Travis Afternoon Show. Your Wednesday afternoon in the South End right now.
Yeah! Woo! Chair dancer extraordinaire, DeMarco Farr.
Okay, shake it. Yeah.
There we go. What's happening?
You got the new hat today.
Yeah, well, I haven't got the haircut yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't made it down there. I don't want to go into the barbershop. I don't want to answer a bunch of questions. I don't want to get into some philosophical conversation.
Oh, you know what I do for that?
What?
I have an AirPod in.
That won't stop.
And then, it at least it helps. And then, then I'm just like, I got to listen to something for work. And so I will have a podcast playing, and it is for work. I'm learning things about sports or sometimes other things.
I try.
Yeah.
He'll just barge on.
Yeah,
through.
he'll just power through.
Yeah, he'll just keep tapping. I got a question.
Yeah, and you play nice for a while, but then eventually you're like, hold on one sec. You kind of do that. Yeah.
I'll get there, but you like that?
I do like the hat.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I do like the hat.
When is the blackout? They're having a whiteout.
The whites, I believe, are the Thanksgiving Eve game, I believe.
You said Monday night.
I think Monday night is the yellows.
The yellows.
I believe. I think I had it wrong yesterday. I think
Okay.
Monday night is the yellows in week 2, and I think that the fearsome whites are the Chiefs game on Thanksgiving
Okay.
Eve.
Keep me abreast of the uniforms. I only care about the ball crossing the goal.
I know that's not your jam.
And a bone to pick. You don't like the Wilfs? The Wilfs haven't
No,
done
they're
a bad job.
They're fine. They're
yeah.
just, they
You've been
haven't.
on the verge a bunch.
They're fine. They spend money to a degree. Like, one of the things I didn't like, though, is that they leveraged the city to pay for the new stadium by threatening to leave.
Oh, well,
which I'd never appreciate.
Owner play number
That's what
one.
they
Super
do.
rich billionaire owners are like,
Owner
poor
play
us.
number one.
Make the taxpayers of Minneapolis pay for their stadium. So that wasn't awesome.
That is the first play out of every new.
Yeah.
This stadium sucks. I need a new one. And
But-
by the way, you should pay
But
for it.
Kroenke didn't do that.
No, it's rare
which
that
is
they don't.
That's one of the things I respect
look
about
at
them.
what the Spanos did.
Well,
Right.
kind of. We are in Los Angeles now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, St. Louis got the raw end of that.
I'm just
San
Okay.
Diego got
But
the
I'm,
wrong
I'm
end
saying
of it.
from the stadium standpoint, they
Yeah.
built they built
Nice.
and paid
Yeah.
for SoFi.
Shout out
Very
to
nice.
And-
Jerry Jones. I don't think he's ever threatened to move Dallas. He's not that type of guy. Like, he only cares about the Dallas
We're
Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
The problem
That's
is
why.
he cares too much.
Yeah, he's involved.
Right, but he's not a guy that threatens the city to move every 6 months.
No, because I think he knows. I think like there's a play you can move certain teams. There are other teams you can't really move. I think the Cowboys are one of those teams that you really couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could threaten to, but that's an awfully big bluff to try to get people to swallow.
I got to admit, just for a little bit, a nanosecond, a picogram of a second, when this new ownership group that was trying to buy or have an expansion team in Vegas, and then they shifted gears and said, let's just buy the Lakers.
Mhm.
For a second, I'm like, you're not going to try to move the Lakers to Vegas, are you?
They're more valuable in
Oh,
LA than they'd be in Vegas.
No, they're
Yeah.
Because they don't own the stadium here.
Well, not just take everything else out of it. You have a rabidly obsessed fan base, right? That's locked in the second biggest market, and it's just like that's what any owner would want. You have lifelong and future lifelong paying customers that are engaged in your business. Right? It's like the
agreed.
most sure bet you can have.
The one they threw out was every time the Lakers go to Vegas to start the year, it's packed with fans,
Mhm.
and not from here.
So
From
is
there.
Atlanta, so is New York. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Washington,
every-
D.C.,
Yeah,
Detroit.
I mean, everywhere you go, they're
Yeah.
like. Did you guys watch the Dodger game last night? It was 90% Dodger fans in
Yeah,
Denver.
that's
I mean,
true.
it's just that there are
Yeah.
teams that have fans no matter where you
Yeah.
go. They're gonna show. It's interesting you brought up Jerry and the Lakers right there, because kind of continuing what we were talking about a second ago with the Lakers and where they find themselves right now, specifically with the Buss family fighting amongst themselves about the future of their 17.8% of the team. And I go back to what Ireland said a second ago about how, Dr. Jerry Buss, who kind of got this entire Laker thing started, back in the late 70s, does this somehow stick to him? And I really don't think so at all, because look, and I don't mean this in any disrespect, he's dead. Like, there's nothing left for him to do. Like, what he did, he did. What he accomplished, he accomplished. What he left, he left. And the children, the Buss family, picked it up, and they've done what they've done since then, and they're the ones that are having a very public fight, a very messy fight that's ugly to see. Siblings on say it's not that uncommon. Siblings, especially when there's lots of money involved, people, turn on each other and everything else. But I think it sticks to her. I think it sticks to the other children potentially. But Dr. Buss is long gone. His resume is written in stone at this point. There's not much that changes that, I don't think.
No one wants to stick it to a guy that can't defend himself. He's dead, like you said. But, I mean, we've all had people, or at least I have, that have, dropped dead way too soon, and they left a mess.
Sure.
And it starts to show up later. Like, you didn't finish here. You didn't parent very well over there. And now that you're gone, they have to deal with each other, and you lose everything. The company is running to the ground.
Yeah, and I'm
so,
not.
I mean, I wouldn't stick it on him, but this is what you left.
I'm talking about his legacy as the owner of the Lakers, right? Like what he did there, like his legacy as a father. I mean, who knows, right? I'm not one of his kids. I can't speak to it. It appears that his children don't get along very well. Maybe that has something that I don't know. I'm talking about
Jerry Buss, the owner, impeccable. Jerry Buss, the father, it ain't my business.
Yeah. I think that's well said. But Trudell, for me, that Jerry Buss's legacy is written in stone, like I said. And then what is happening right now is Jeanie Buss's legacy. It's the other 5 Buss children's legacy that they're writing in real time. But I don't think it touches Dr. Buss at all.
No, so John Ireland was talking about during Crosstalk. He wrote a piece about kind of the Buss family back when Dr. Buss was alive. So after Dr. Buss passed, I wrote a long oral history of Dr. Buss. It's called Dr. Jerry Buss, The Oral History of the Greatest Owner in Sports. And so I talked to everybody. Talked to Jeanie at the time. Tim Harris was the president of the Lakers. Talked to Jerry West. Talked to Magic Johnson, Kobe, Pau Gasol, like on and on. Basically everybody you could think of. Michael Thompson, Michael Cooper, James Worthy. And Pat Riley, I probably said his name twice. And so if you want to know kind of how it started, what he did during his tenure, all of the incredible things that he did on the business side, as well as the basketball, like that's all in there. And then to your point, Travis, then he passed away in 2013. He had tried his best to set things up from a financial standpoint by paying a ton of inheritance tax and stuff like that in advance so that his kids could own the team for as long as they could. Now, it becomes complicated because they couldn't pass the team down to their kids because of other various laws and like the double inheritance tax. If you pass it down another generation, it becomes so prohibitive financially that it basically is impossible to do.
Oh.
So, but he was hoping, I think, that they would continue up
one
to the
more
point
generation
where,
at least.
Yeah, and Joey and Jesse, who were the younger two, right? He was hoping would then get a chance to run the team for many, many, many years, and that was he was hoping everyone would get along. I think he tried his best to sort of keep everything together. And as you mentioned, Travis, this isn't the first time in the history of things getting passed down in a family trust, where there have been issues. In fact, I think it's especially when there's that much involved and not just money, but in this case, Los Angeles
legacy.
Lakers, yeah, the
identity.
It's very difficult to have the right document right legally, and then that's going to get it turns into what it's turned into. But I think moving forward, what it sounds to me, what I'm curious about now is Bob Iger, right? Mm-hmm. Josh Kushner, like what is their vision for the team? They clearly have the funds, and that's I think in today's sports environment, that's the most important thing. To at least be able to back it up.
I think we're about to find that out more ways than one.
You wouldn't take over and just change gears midstream or change horses midstream. Like, this is the plan the Walters Group had set up. This is where we're going.
I mean, I don't even know
ownership and say, I don't like it, let's change it.
I don't know that they had time to really set anything up, really. I mean, it's kind of been it's been the same front office for the most part, same head coach, right? This was only a year ago that they took over. J.J. Redick was the coach. Rob Pelinka was the general manager. Still has most of the people in basketball operations. A lot of stuff they had started to change on the business side, but from the basketball standpoint, I think it's kind of the plan continues as is.
At least a year. I mean, you've already set this thing in motion. October's right around the corner.
Yeah. It's kind of a tweener, frankly, where the new guy was in there and had done enough things to where, we saw people lose jobs. We saw people get hired. We saw
you established the direction.
Yeah,
at least.
yeah, I think so. But it also wasn't one of these things where it became like institutional and this is how we do things. That it was still in a bit of a transition. So
I mean, I don't even think it was that. I think Rob Pelinka was the head basketball decision maker and remained so and still remains so. That's it. So Rob is the one that built this team. Rob's the one that made the Luka Doncic trade.
We're going to see this.
And the roster is what it is. I mean, to me, the thing that the roster heading into this season would it have benefited from having LeBron James on a veteran's minimum contract instead of him going to Philly? Yes, but that's something that kind of LeBron was going to make his decision, right? The Lakers could have done their best to keep him and whatever, but he wasn't going to be here forever. It's Luka Doncic's team now moving forward. They locked up Austin Reeves. I think anybody would have done that. And the big move that they made was to trade for Kessler.
You can't change that.
You can't,
now.
but nor would you want to.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they would.
Well, I'm just saying, but I don't think basketball people, that Iger and Kushner aren't going to come in here to our previous discussion about Jerry Jones versus Dr. Buss. They're not going to come in and be Jerry Jones and start making basketball decisions. I don't think. They could hire a head basketball decision maker,
right,
if they want, but they may very well love the work that Rob Pelinka has been doing.
I think that's the first question that gets answered, right?
Yeah.
Like, do they see the world the same way as Rob Pelinka? Do they share his vision? And if the answer is yes, then let full steam ahead. If the answer is no, then the answer is no. And they make a different decision, and you go from there. Now, whether that takes 6 hours, 6 months, 6 years, who knows, right? The timeline is a little confusing.
Yeah, the team is actually pretty good. You may say, you guys are right. Stay with that. Two things. Do you call him Dr. Buss or Jerry Buss? Or is it disrespectful?
Dr. Buss.
He's a
Dr. Buss.
Dr. Buss.
Correct?
It's Dr. Buss?
Dr. Buss, yeah.
Dr. Buss.
Yeah.
One more thing. Do you think he would sell now? If Dr. Buss was still running this team, would he have sold the Lakers?
Oh man, that's a tough hypothetical. From what I knew, in just again talking to a bit to him, but mostly to the people around it, I do think that he wanted his kids to have the real chance to run it for many years. But who knows? I mean, look at how much just the financial climate. Look how much that has changed from 2013 when he passed away to now. Like teams were valued, big, just in the low billions at the time.
Yeah.
Now 12.5 billion. Like it's crazy how much things have grown. So one family can no longer. I don't care what the family is. Just one family can't
you
run
said it. Like if he would have
there's an old
taken
story.
the money.
I think Ireland told this story, and I'm repeating his story. And I don't know if John got it firsthand or secondhand. I don't know, but I'm repeating what I heard from Ireland, and that was and this was when Dr. Buss, on the team in the 80s or whatever it was, or the 90s. And sent to him and said, what if somebody came to you and said, I'll give you $10 billion for this team? What's the first thing you'd buy? He goes, the Lakers.
Yeah. I've heard versions of that before.
Yeah, so he would sell the Lakers and then buy the Lakers.
No, in other words, I wouldn't sell them because the one thing I could
that's
buy,
what I thought.
I already
okay,
have.
thank you.
Basically, if you had all the money in the world.
I'm so glad you explained that.
The money in the world, what would you do? And it's like, well,
buy
I want to
own
the Lakers.
The
then
one
why
thing
would
I
you
would want to
sell
buy,
the Lakers?
I already have. Okay, to kind of bring this thing full circle back to Jeanie, like this whole thing about, well, I wanted to remain as governor. I want to do this. Well, the one way to assure that was never going to happen was to not sell the team.
Boom.
Now we are where we are, and we can circle back to the rich guys because sometimes rich guys aren't as rich as they look, and sometimes that happens. And
there's
you
on paper,
you got to sell
reality.
stuff, and stuff starts happening pretty fast. We'll get into that before too long. But and Trudell, I'm glad you're here on this day because I'm going to try a gross oversimplification of what I'm seeing, and you tell me if I've got it right. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. It is also match day at BMO Stadium. The Black and Gold take on the Colorado Rapids. You can turn in for pregame coverage tonight starting at 6, leading you right up to kickoff at 6:30. Hear all the action right here on 710 or ESPN LA 710 AM or in crystal clear digital audio on the ESPN LA app, home of LAFC. I'm going to make what I think is pretty easy or real stupid. One or the other. That's coming up next.
High altitude, short rest, and a Western Conference battle awaits for the Black and Gold.
Oh, what a goal!
LAFC hits the road looking for a bounce-back win as they invade Colorado.
LAFC!
Pre-game of LAFC versus Colorado Rapids starts tonight at 6 p.m. on the home of the Black and Gold, 710 ESPN and ESPN LA app.
Hey, John Ireland here. Tired of watching life from the bench? It's time to get in the game. Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. Set your schedule and help families protect what matters most. No experience? No problem. Training is provided and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job. It's a shot at building your legacy on your own terms. Your road to the championship starts at globelifecareers.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Morongo's giving away a Mustang GT Fastback. It's sleek and turns heads. We already have so much in common. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Walker Hayes is bringing that country stuff to Morongo on the 22nd.
Number 2.
Morongo's Travel Center gas prices are the lowest around.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a 2026 Mustang GT Fastback, the 31st.
Morongo, good times.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a 1-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
I love a good fruity cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You look like a fruity cocktail guy.
I will have one.
DeMarco and Travis is on right now.
You guys see Hunter Fiducia puke on home plate last
Did.
night?
Good for him.
That was
There you
unfortunate.
go.
Oh, DeMarco liked it.
I did.
Did you ever throw up on the field?
No.
No?
No. Never.
Interesting.
I've seen a guy throw up on the football. He was the center.
The center of the nose.
Yeah, as
okay.
he was the quarterback is barking out signals, and he's trying to communicate, and he looks over and pukes right on the ball.
Wait, so what happened? Like, did he hike it?
He snapped the football and handed it to Robert Smith, who carried it for about 12 yards. Nobody wanted to touch him after that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Robert Smith, did you go change gloves or something?
He was mad, of course. What are you going to do, not take the ball?
Oh, yeah.
He just puked.
Did you ever puke on the pitch, Trudell?
Not that I can remember. I mean, I'm trying to think. I think there was one time where a particularly sadistic coach that I had basically made us run until the last person puked.
Yeah.
But I didn't, not during like a game or anything like that.
You ever puked?
Once.
Yeah.
We were playing a series up in Santa Clara against Santa Clara University, and I don't know if it's food poisoning or a flu going through our team, but like the entire Gaucho roster was flattened. Like everybody was sick. It was my turn to pitch that day, and I was out there and just like between every pitch, it was one of those, one of these. And finally, like in the third inning, I'm like, no, I can't do this. Walk back behind the mound, and like everybody that's ever been sick, after you throw up, you feel a lot better.
True.
And I'm like, okay,
but
ready to go.
I've never been like conditioned into puking. Like I'll just dog it, I guess, if I get too tired.
Yeah.
Like not Junction Boys. I'm doubling over puking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not me. Not like that. I was sick.
Okay. Yeah, that's different. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
But still landed right on the rosin bag. I'll never forget it.
Yuck.
Like you're just trying to get out.
Way to go, Fiducia, though. Way to go,
Hang in
Dodgers.
there. Yeah, they looked all
Yeah,
right.
that's called a win streak.
Yeah, 2 in a row. They're hot as a pistol.
Yeah.
Let's stay with this for a second. And tell me if this is just a terrible oversimplification, because it probably is, but I also think that there's a kernel of truth in this, that Jeanie Buss, as the owner of the Lakers, even while Dr. Buss was still in charge, she clearly was the heir apparent. Like, she was the one that was closest to him as far as, like, the businesses ran and the way that the Lakers would run. She worked for the team, all of these other things. And then after he died, she and her brother Jim were kind of running the team collectively. Do I have this right so far?
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she is the forward-facing face of the Lakers after her father's death. She is the one that gets
the face of the Lakers.
She's the face of the Lakers.
Yes.
Fast forward to where she kind of pushes her brother out, and they do some other things, and there's some animosity there. She's the one that survives that little face-off. Then we see where she sells the team to Mark Walters' group. They come in, they give her 5 years of governorship moving forward. She continues to get to be the person that is at least in large part the face of the Lakers. Then all of a sudden, when that group comes in, she kind of flips it, and there are other siblings that are now no longer a part of this, that are moved out, but she's the last one standing. She's there. She is still the one closest to the Lakers, most identified with the Lakers. Fast forward to last week when the Lakers get sold to Bob Iger and Josh Kushner, and now it's like, okay, her deal with the Walter Group is now kind of sort of up in the air. Bob Iger's quote was basically, we plan on leaving her there unless we change our minds. That was basically what they left. Then all of a sudden, Mark Walter is out. The siblings decide they want to sell. And because she has been the one that has moved this around, the pieces on the chessboard so frequently, at the expense of her siblings on occasion, if not frequently, they finally said, you know what? The one thing she cares about the most is being a part of this basketball team. Let's rip it out of her hands. And you stuck it to us, so we're going to stick it to you. Is that just too easy of a conclusion to make?
That is too easy. I mean, you're certain. I think you're along the right lines, but let me try to simplify things even further, if I can. So, when Jeanie made the decision to sell, and you remember at the time, right, it still required a majority of the siblings, and there were 6. So there was a vote back when Jimmy got fired. There was a vote, and it had to be it had to be 4, at least 4 had to vote for it. So that vote passed, right? So then at that point, she became the controlling owner, but everybody still had a vote. And then so moving on from that, when she sold to Mark Walter in that group and retained enough percentage of the Lakers to be minority ownership and for her still to be controlling owner governor, it had to be, I think it's 15%, right? So that remained in place. But that was only for a certain period because the NBA has a rule in place, and I don't know exactly what it is, but you can't be a minority owner and then be the majority controlling owner forever.
Okay.
There's a reason, like in any
makes
business.
Sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so there was a window on that, and the most recent transaction happened above all of that. This is just Mark Walter and his group deciding that they needed to sell. There's a lot of reporting out there on this as to why. Obviously, money is a driving force in this, and the group that has purchased the Lakers, obviously with Iger and with Kushner, they now become the controlling owners. And so I think the quote that you mentioned that Iger had given to Kobe Price was essentially like, we're going to honor whatever like the current agreement was with the old group, like unless things change.
Right.
And which is a very nice way of saying like things will probably change.
Right.
And even if they didn't, like that, you're not going to be from the outside, anybody coming in, and then still have somebody who's in the minority be the one that's making the decision.
Sure.
So that, to me, is I hope I didn't make it more complicated, but the most simple thing is Jeanie sold the majority shares and got at least the approval of 3 of her siblings to get to 4. I think ultimately it became 6 because the 2 realized that their votes weren't going to be able to shift it in the opposite direction.
Yep.
And at that point on, it's the person that has the conch, like the person that has that for a while was Mark Walter. Now it's not. Now it's Bob Iger and Kushner.
There's no you stuck it to us, so we're going to stick it to you going on in this, because it certainly feels like that. Just looking at it and the way that she's pushing back as hard as she is, that she clearly, DeMarco, when I think about it, like I close my eyes, I picture her in that seat. I see Laker fans coming up to her and talking with her, and her being a very good ambassador for the team. And I think that she enjoyed that role. I think she enjoyed the role of, I'm the one that people come up and say, I love the Lakers. Thank you for everything you've done. That probably feels wonderful. Well, she marginalized a number of her siblings a number of different ways over a number of different years. And they're like, we don't get any of that shine that she gets. So she's stuck it to us for so long. So you know what? Right back at you. It just makes a lot of logical sense to me. It makes emotional sense to me that you stick it to me, I'm going to stick it to you.
So what do you think the impact is going to be that the Buss family and the Lakers don't have a relationship? How do you think that affects us as fans? Because I always thought that was part of the charm.
Yeah.
The Lakers do things differently. It's mom and pop, but they win. It's like having the one deli that hadn't franchised, and everybody goes there, and it's been open for 50 years. And when it gets turned over to the son, the daughter, to the sibling, and eventually gets run into the ground.
They sell it to Jersey Mike's.
Exactly, and it changes. That's what I mean. Like it's the same stuff, but the quality's different.
Right.
The same love isn't there. I just do wonder.
Hey, the sandwiches are good at Jersey Mike's.
They are good. They are good, but not like.
I had Jersey Mike's today. I think I've had it 3 times this week.
Excellent, but
Three times.
Well, it's the one that kind of makes the most sense. There's one right next to the house. The kids like it. You get the most meat on it. Yeah, it's solid.
But even Jersey Mike's, I've heard from people who have gone to the original Jersey Mike's where it started and says it's not the same.
Well, of course, yeah.
That's what I mean. So I do wonder what it's going to be like for us now as fans, now that the Buss family is removed. Am I going to forget about it? Is it going to be a big deal?
I brought that up like a few days ago with you guys because I think about the Lakers. I think about the Buss family. I grew up, I'm born and raised in L.A. That's all I've ever known. So from what he did to make the Lakers, so it's like, how do you separate that?
Let me ask you this. You think a Dodger fan that's 20 years old walking into Dodger Stadium right now gives a damn about the O'Malleys?
No.
At all. There's your answer.
Yeah, I think
there's your answer.
But to DeMarco's point there, I think there is something that can be special about having certain figures within the franchise. And like, let's say at some point down the line, the new ownership group decides, hey, you know what? Like, we want to keep some connection to the Buss family. Let's do the statue for Dr. Jerry Buss. Something like that. And then he's there. Really, I don't think he could have done much better. And then, okay, look, this is our way as the new ownership group of kind of connecting with the past and honoring it. And what we learned from that is the importance of winning and the importance of entertaining our fans, the purple and gold, et cetera. So that's one piece that I think you could try to find that layer of connectivity. And then to Travis's point, just about the sibling dynamics, I think it's totally fair, not even to speculate, because there's reporting on all this, to read into that, into certain hurt feelings and so on and so forth. But to me, just above all of that, the bottom line is once the majority share is sold, like that's it. And so I don't think the 5 siblings aren't, even if it is emotionally driven, the bottom line is what are they going to do?
Yeah.
They don't own the team anymore. They have a percentage of it. At some point they're going to have to probably sell it eventually. But if not, like they're not going to have Joey and Jesse don't work for the team anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just so it's not like it's their choice to do it. So
agree.
let's just, hey, it's over.
All
thanks.
So
and
familiar.
I think
it is.
Yeah.
It's a story as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff gets sold, families get broken apart, people get hurt feelings, and they react emotionally. It's not new. And
as do nation states.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
There's nothing
Right.
forever.
Countries.
But I think Laura's point is a good one. This idea of that there are certain, like when I talk about the O'Malleys, I remember when Peter O'Malley owned the Dodgers. You and I have interviewed Peter O'Malley. He's a wonderful old guy and ran the team and I don't mean this derisively at all, but kind of as a mom and pop. It was a family business. The O'Malleys owned the Dodgers. Well, it's changed hands a handful of times since then, and now all Dodger fans really care about is, are they winning? Do they put good players on the field? And if the answers to those are both yes, we don't really care who runs the team. We care when it's Frank McCourt. The team's not very good. The ballpark experience isn't very good. He doesn't have enough money to make payroll.
How long did it take you to get over the O'Malleys? Because there was a connection.
For sure.
Yeah.
But my point was not that it happens overnight, but it happens.
It happens.
It eventually happens.
Eventually you forget about it and you move on.
Yeah.
That makes
so
sense.
they sold to Fox, and Fox came in and ran it like you would expect Fox to run something. They ran it like a business. All of a sudden, Mike Piazza's gone. It's like, wait, what the hell just happened? Because they didn't want to pay him the money, and all of a sudden the whole thing
he had beef with the Dodgers.
Yeah, and then here all of a sudden, okay, well now the Fox is out and McCourt's in. McCourt was, a charlatan, and all of a sudden the thing is a train wreck, and he's out, and
Still
here comes
that parking lot cash.
Yeah, $40 every time you pull in there.
Man.
It's park in the neighborhood and walk over, folks.
Yeah.
But we will move on from it. That Buss is always going to have a very vibrant piece of Laker history. But it will fade over time just
One
because
statue
it always does.
for the Buss family, it'll be Dr. Buss. Does Jeanie get a statue?
No,
you said she was the face of the Lakers. Does she get one for her era, or is it just one per family?
Not in my world.
Okay.
Dr. Buss is the one that he bought the team in '79. He set up Showtime. Like he was so influential just in the league in terms of entertainment. It's Dr. Buss.
I hope the one thing she's not remembered for is you're the one that sold the team. I hope we remember more than that, because right now that seems like the only thing I can think of.
In the timeline of time, if that's a sentence, we're still in a very short period of time from when she sold the team to where we are right now.
Yeah,
It's in the blink of an eye, really. When you look out over the course of 30 years, then you can look back and see how history
if we're
judges
still
this
here.
stuff. Yeah, well, good question.
That's right.
And there'll be a different owner on this team
That's
and
right.
that team.
We're all cosmic dust. Yep.
Speaking of owners and whatnot, we can transition to the Dodgers. We can talk about the good stuff with the Dodgers first. That's coming up next. DeMarco and Trav Trudell's here on a Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
Yes, sir. The three-headed monster. Love it. Hey, let me tell you, something big is coming. Yes, September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans like you and me. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means California, from Texas to Florida. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. So remember this date, write it down, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season and a new era and the biggest day in sports history, so get pumped. I'm psyched about it. And get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers, you can sign up with code LA710. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards in 14 days. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
This Thursday, August 20th, DeMarco and Travis are hitting the road, and you're not going to want to miss it. Join ESPN LA, live from Legends Attic in Claremont, for an afternoon built for LA baseball fans. Catcher Dalton Rushing will be there, plus LA legend and last week's Hollywood star recipient Oral Hershiser. Hear the guys live, win some prizes, and check out LA's ultimate destination for sports memorabilia. It's DeMarco and Travis live from Legends Attic in Claremont, August 20th, with Dalton Rushing and Oral Hershiser, starting at 3 p.m. with ESPN LA. Go to legendsaddict.com right now.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
You already know how to count. You already know who to call. Simple counting pattern that lands on Jacob every time. 800-345-6789.
So basically, if you can count to 9, you can count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Did you know Skechers makes high-performance footwear for almost every sport you play? Here's what our athletes are saying.
Hi, I'm pro basketball player OG Anunoby. I dominate in Skechers basketball. Skechers delivers championship-level performance.
I'm WNBA star Jackie Young. Skechers keeps me quick, comfortable, and ready for anything.
And you can get high-performance Skechers and hands-free slip-ins technology. Just step in and perform.
I'm pro golfer Matt Fitzpatrick. I play in hands-free Skechers golf slip-ins.
Find yours at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or whatever high-performance sports shoes are sold.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero-sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rodgers for your afternoon drive.
So, I fall, kind of, sort of frequently.
Yeah, but you get back up.
I get so far.
Yeah, get up. There you go.
DeMarco and Travis continue. Here are the guys.
Marco, you inspired me a little bit.
With the walking?
No. Well,
What?
yes, you were an inspiration for that.
There you go.
Yes.
With
you
the
were an
bald
inspiration for that.
hair? No?
No, not with that.
Oh, what?
With my positivity relative to the Dodgers beating the Rockies.
There you go.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sure.
18
Why
runs
not?
in 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh, well, tell me. So, Mr. Baseball Wizard over there, are the Dodgers Travis, are the Dodgers starting to find their way at the plate, or was that just them in Colorado?
I think that's the number one question that you've seen through the first 2 games of this series, and listening to Doc talk about it, and just with my own 2 eyeballs, it looks cleaner. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a really positive way. I thought that Muncy made a couple of really good plays at third base not that he'd been struggling, but they haven't done that other than Tucker just botching that one ball in right field, which, that I think there are specific circumstances on that one that, like, you kind of go, okay. They've played baseball that makes sense. They haven't run into a stupid out on the bases. Right. They haven't thrown to the wrong base. They haven't had a dumb challenge. They haven't thrown the ball around the infield poorly. They haven't gone up there swinging at a bunch of bad pitches.
They didn't make a mistake.
No. And again, I swear I'm not trying to pile on them. Other than Tucker, there wasn't a lot of chase in their at bats. So your question is a good one. Is this a result of the Rockies not being a very good team, of an offense that is always going to show up in Colorado because Colorado? Or
what does that mean?
Did they tighten it up?
Just because Colorado stinks, or just because the
altitude?
The altitude.
And the ballpark itself.
Okay, go ahead.
The ballpark's the second biggest ballpark in baseball as far as, like, square footage. There's a lot of room out there for the ball to find green grass.
Okay, bottom line, is it easier to hit a baseball in Colorado?
Yes.
Oh, that's all I need to know.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if this is the real Dodgers yet.
Well, but the altitude has nothing to do with your decision-making. The altitude has nothing to do with making a bad challenge. The altitude has nothing to do with throwing to the correct base. The altitude has to do with the snap on a curveball, on the carry on a batted ball, but between your ears doesn't affect you.
Right.
And he'd been talking about it, he being Dave Roberts, for a month about how they've just looked bad, frankly. They just haven't played clean baseball, and at least for 2 nights I thought they were pretty clean.
Yeah, maybe it's Shohei getting ready to come back and pitch. Maybe it's Shohei starting to get right.
That helps a lot.
When Superman starts to look like Superman, everything kind of falls in line. I did hear this on the way in. Hitting is contagious, and if he gets it started. And Freddie, I think Freddie behind Shohei has been awesome as of late. He's really been a threat. So as long as that starts to permeate a little bit, I think the rest will kind of go with it. But I don't know why you would lose sight, like why this team would lose focus. But then I guess if you played more baseball than anyone else, you would have one of those August swoon like you would. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I'm not going to overreact to the Colorado runs and victories, just like I wasn't going to overreact to them losing a series to the Brewers prior, or losing a series to the Red Sox, or losing a series to the Cubs. And then, wait a second, that when you lose the 3 series to 3 good teams.
Arizona, too.
And, in Arizona, I mean, I guess I'm not quite putting them in that class, but they're right there. So but even all of that, to kind of DeMarco, to your last point, when you are the twice defending champions and you have the most talented roster, and we expect the arms to be additionally healthy by the time all the things that we already know, I am trying very, very hard not to overreact to anything in the regular season to the point where I'm kind of bored with it, just like the players are.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right? And not by anything other than human nature. Like, these are the most competitive people on earth. They're never going out there dogging it. They're not trying to lose games. They actually do understand what is to come. They do understand what it takes to win postseason baseball games, and that's going to start to tick up now. And so, and by that point, I'm not saying that we can't take anything out of what we're seeing with our eyes, Travis.
I'm over the moon.
But I'm still I'm kind of in that, all right, there's got to be something totally wild. Even like a 7-game losing streak, I'm like, okay, that's not great. No. But none of us are selling stock at that point, or at least we shouldn't be.
I'm with you. If Ireland has trademarked blame pie, and I like that, I'd like to at least submit my application for reason pie. Okay, like the reason why all of those things that you're talking about. And we could slice the pie however you want. Big fat slices, skinny ones. Yep. But you put your finger on a couple of them. Number one, long season, weird stuff happens. That's in there for sure. Boredom. They haven't played a genuinely meaningful game in 6 months. It's just the results of these games in and of themselves very rarely affect how the next one is going to go. Like, they're going to win this division.
And one I always like to interject, where this is also from covering the Lakers, like, the other team is generally going to be at least a little bit more motivated than you are.
I agree completely.
And that matters in a regular season context.
They've played into October, frequently deep into October, for 14 years in a row.
Real fatigue. Real fatigue, mental and physical.
Like Ali taking rounds off. I got it.
They're an old team. Yeah. Like, they're generally speaking one of the older teams in baseball. They are. So cut this pie up however you want. That's the explanation. That's why the fact that they scored 11 runs in one game, they scored 7 more last night. That's not why I'm enthusiastic about what I've seen. It's the way that they've gone about doing it. That they kind of had that blasé, like, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. And it wasn't all right because they were making bad decisions. They were doing dumb things, and they're not a bad team. They're not a dumb team, but they were doing bad and dumb things, and at least for a couple of nights, they stopped. They get Pittsburgh coming up starting on Friday, also a team that's kind of going in the wrong direction all of a sudden. They don't have a ton of really hard tests between now and the end of the line.
The Braves series, I'm a little
Braves is good, but this is one of these. They just got to
and then that's about it.
Yeah, there's not a ton of meat left on that bone.
Cardinals, Nationals, Reds, Marlins, Reds, Giants, Padres, Giants.
Nope.
That's how you close September.
Yeah, there's not much there, so they're going to have to throw that mental switch for reasons other than, hey, if we don't win. Now, here's two things that I think will help. We can pick this up after the far side if we want to do it.
Yeah.
I think Ohtani's MVP race will help them, honestly. I think that's something that they're all invested in directly or quasi-invested in. They don't want to play in the wild card round. They would like to skip that. They'd like to be the number one seed. So if Milwaukee kind of comes back to the pack a little bit, I think they're narrowly ahead of Atlanta right now.
Milwaukee just stomped Seattle 22-0.
No, how about that? biggest shutout gap in MLB history.
22-0. Oh,
Dodgers,
that's a football
2.5 back right now, right?
Yeah,
Milwaukee,
yeah. And so there's still a race to be had there. So they got to come up with some random stuff there. We'll talk about PCA and Ohtani competing for the MVP, and players are kind of leaning one way as opposed to the other, but something else is about to happen as well. But we'll do that after we do the far side with Mr. Farr coming up next.
My dad?
Coming up Thursday on the Sedano and Cab Morning Show, well, we have the day off, sort of. It's a best of edition of the Sedano and Cab Morning Show. Fun and frivolity. Maybe we'll sneak in some of the highlights from the Summer of Schwans.
The Summer of Schwans.
And highlights from this past Tuesday's show, because it was that good. Don't miss the best of edition of the Sedano and Cab Morning Show, Thursday morning at 7 a.m. on LA's mega sports station, 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Oh. Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha!
The 13th annual SoCal Hyundai ESPN LA Golf Classic presented by VistaPaint is back next Friday, August 28th. Tune in for all-day live broadcast at Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. Proceeds benefit the V Foundation for Cancer Research, brought to you by your SoCal Hyundai dealers.
Morongo's giving away a Mustang GT Fastback. It's sleek and turns heads. We already have so much in common. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Walker Hayes is bringing that country stuff to Morongo on the 22nd.
Number 2.
Morongo's Travel Center gas prices are the lowest around.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a 2026 Mustang GT Fastback, the 31st.
Morongo, good times.
John Ireland here, off the clock. My vodka is Blue Ice. Smooth, creamy, and made from non-GMO Idaho potatoes with pristine Teton water. No added sugar, and you can find it at Vons, Albertsons, and Pavilions. Blue Ice vodka, pure as the Tetons. Enjoy responsibly.
When it's time for your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. It's Chris Morales telling you to go see John Good at George Chevrolet. With straightforward pricing, real savings, a great selection, and award-winning service, George Chevrolet is committed to earning your business by saving you money. Whether you're a first-time buyer, rebuilding your credit, or ready to upgrade, their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower, or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA. The Far Side. And it's time for the Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for the Far Side with DeMarco Farr, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
Brother, I did not know that Mike Piazza and the Dodgers had beef.
Yeah.
Well,
really?
They have serious beef.
Piazza and Vince Scully specifically had beef.
But at the end of this YouTube thing, it said he's never been back?
No.
Wow. That shocked me. Yeah. Mike Piazza has never come back.
He went into the Hall as a Met, right?
Yes,
oh, yeah.
he did.
Well, he spent most of his career with the Mets. Like, he his best days came as a member of the Mets. It's not unreasonable that he's in as a Met, but for people that were in Los Angeles when Piazza was here, it was the greatest story ever. He was the godson of Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah.
He's a 62nd round draft pick. He just shows up and starts hitting Oppo tanks just out of nowhere. It's like, what the hell's going on here? He becomes an MVP candidate, and the next thing you know, he's in New York.
They made it seem like his head got big really fast.
What was the issue with Vin exactly?
He was praising someone.
Piazza and Ken Caminiti were in a very, very close MVP race. You'd have to look up the year that Ken Caminiti won the MVP. I can't recall it off the top of my head. 97, 8, something like that.
Okay.
And Mike Piazza felt that Vin Scully was overly effusive in his praise of Ken Caminiti and very
96.
96, thank you. Very reserved in his praise of the Dodgers.
Now that's
player.
in his mind.
That's how he saw
That's
it.
how
I
he
have to side with Vin Scully on that one, having heard nothing else about it.
That's how Mike Piazza.
I wasn't there. I don't know. But the other thing was a good hitter, decent catcher, and that's being nice.
He was an exceptional hitter.
right. You left out the other part.
He was okay.
He was okay. Okay, decent catcher.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought that up is I was completely shocked because I see him as a Dodger, and I was surprised that he hadn't come back. I didn't know the beef had gone that far.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know he hadn't been back at all. I didn't know that.
The last thing they said was that he hadn't come back.
Yeah.
And the second to last thing was he went into the Hall of Fame as a Met. And I think they mentioned the service time there. But it brings me to this, and there's something just really disappointing to me watching one of our colleagues, Stephen A. Smith, going at it with the National Association of Black Journalists. It's just, it really bothers me. This is how you came up. I hate seeing that two institutions that came out of the same struggle, black journalists trying to make their voices heard, are now going at it. And it seems weird. I think you know Stephen. We all know Stephen. I remember Stephen from when we worked together way back in the day. We were just starting out in the TV business, in the entertainment business. And maybe he's lost his way a little bit. And I think I know what he's doing, or I think I'm dismissing what he's doing on TV. But maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. But it's really starting to get to me that he would go after the very same people that would champion him in the first place, the same people that could run and defend you if there's people attacking you. And now you're going at him full throat. It's really disheartening. It's been bandied about quite a bit. That's the reason I really don't want to go to the barbershop, because that's the first
conversation.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wind up having to defend him, because I do like having Stephen A. at the top of a platform. I really do.
He's a big voice.
He's a huge,
the number one sports company in the world.
And I think that might be the issue right now. So I don't know. How long have you known Stephen A.?
I don't know him well. I've crossed paths with him a dozen times over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But I keep putting it this way. He does not know my name.
Okay.
But we've run across each other maybe 10 or 12 times.
He's worked incredibly hard to become one of the biggest personalities in sports media. I respect the hustle, brother. I really do. I respect the talent. I respect what he's accomplished. But sometimes I find myself watching and wondering, has the pursuit of being the biggest voice in the room become more important than what he actually has to say? And I think that goes for a lot of people. It really does. But it just, God, I can't tell you how much that gulls me. It really depresses me when I see that.
Yeah.
And that he's answering, and they're answering, and they're coming back. And it's just, it's really, really disappointing.
It feels like a game and a conversation, an argument, a battle, whatever you want to call it. Nobody's going to win this.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying everybody's going to lose their job, and I'm not, but it's like one of these, like, nobody comes out of this feeling good about this. Like,
No.
Like to your point about it, you see it, you read it, like, man, this just sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah,
there's no winner here. It
everybody.
sucks. There comes a point to when defending yourself becomes something else, and I think we're almost there. You know, and I hope that for the sake of all that's good in sports media, that they could dead this issue and take it off the front page, or at least off social media, and deal with it privately.
Doesn't seem like either side wants to back down.
Hell no, he's getting louder. That's the problem. That's what I mean. I think being the celebrity, being that guy, is really more important than what is actually coming out of his mouth these days. So that's the last I'll say about it. That's just really disappointing.
It's a drag.
Not to bring anybody down.
Again, kind of going back to what we were talking about with the Buss family and just the dynamics that these are not uncommon stories. They bubble up from time to time, and just the way that it goes.
That's just how it is. Look, sports is rife with beef. I just never thought I'd be talking about that beef.
Can you not go to the barbershop and say, hey, listen, I'm happy to talk about whatever you want to talk about, except, and then just drop an exception or two?
Okay, if I stop talking, he turns the clipper off. He'll wait. He's not going to touch. We're going to talk.
How long is a haircut for you?
45 minutes to an hour.
Man, I know.
Yeah.
It sucks.
You too?
Yeah. My barber does the same thing too. It talks all the time.
Talks, but yeah. But if I stop responding, he stops cutting.
Can you just him to death?
I can,
okay.
But I mean, he's.
But you're dodging, and they know that.
Right. He's dropping some stuff that I have to defend. You know what I mean? Like he's pretty knowledgeable about stuff, and I have to defend it. Yeah.
I mean, okay. What is there any point at which you find another barber and you go in and just kind of pretending like you can't speak? You just kind of.
So I tried it. Where's DeAndre back there?
You even
DeAndre's
do some
back
fake
there.
sign language.
I tried another barber, and they stuck me with the Doc Rivers haircut.
I like that
You got
haircut.
a Doc Rivers fan.
I like the haircut.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was pretty
yes,
short.
and I'm stuck with it. I gave the guy 5 chances, True, 5, and I had 5 different haircuts. I went running back to my guy.
It's hard. Like we've talked about barbers or any type of beauty service or whatever. Like I'm a nail girl. Homegirl is not popping right now. She's super busy. So I went to the nail shop yesterday after going to her a week ago because she didn't do a good job.
Uh-oh.
Y'all, I was like, no wonder I stick to my person because you know how much they charge you. You know how much I paid. And I was like, oh, crap. Great
I'd
job.
rather
But
be
it's
ripped
just,
off by somebody I know.
yes, 100%.
Can you just take one for the team and just go get another Doc Rivers so you can avoid
No,
this just
I'm
once?
not doing the
Can you
Doc
go
Rivers
do it?
ever again. No,
All right.
no.
Just wear
Get that
hats
Doc
for now.
Rivers fade, baby.
See, there he is. See?
How long are you in the chair for?
If it's longer than 20 minutes, then I'm starting to get antsy. Yeah.
20 minutes. That's a
No,
dream.
that's
Dude,
a dream for
mine,
me, man.
Mine is 10, and she's basically just chit-chatting for 5 of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Clip, done. Oh, man.
Three on the sides, finger length on top, clean up the back.
Boom. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Okay. I got
Does
3
it
different
scare you?
clippers. I got a
No,
straight razor.
She's cut my hair a number of times. The other thing is that there's 2 women. I go to Supercuts in my neighborhood, right? And one of the women there, I believe, is a native Vietnamese speaker, and her English is not great. I speak no Vietnamese, so there's not a lot for us to chit-chat about. The other one is a native Spanish speaker, and her English is pretty good, but with the buzzer and everything else, it's a little hard to communicate. So we're just getting it done.
Oh,
we're just
okay.
in and out.
Let me go to your barbershop then.
Yeah, because if it's like I know, okay, my man has a lot of hair, so his hair takes a minute. But if it's too short, you worry. If it's too long, you worry. There's like a sweet spot of like what it should take.
Grows back.
And
It does.
yes, no, but no.
Yeah,
but like
it does. It goes
yesterday
back.
when I got my nails done, he took an hour, and I was like, "Whoa, are they gonna last?" So it's just like you know your sweet spot.
Yeah.
If it's too long or too short, there's problems.
And I got to go home after I get a haircut because I have to wash my hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah, 100%.
Part of this is a stage of life thing, though. Like before I had kids, I'd be happy to chop it up with any barber for as long as it took.
Exactly.
Right. But then I started doing the radio show and then doing games, and then with the kids, I'm like, I really do have to get in and out because I got to go pick one of them up from something if I'm in town, and then you don't want to be rude, but like it's there's some combination there. Now I'm guessing when my kids go away to college, then maybe I'm like, all right, hey, what's going on with your life?
Kick it a little bit, right?
Yeah. How you doing? Let me take the AirPod out.
I do like that to kind of flip it. Like when they start going, because I don't really want to talk about myself, and quite frankly, the last thing I want to talk about is whatever's going on in the world because that's almost always depressing. So I don't want to do that. So how's your weekend? What are you doing? Oh, you're going to your mom's house? Oh, where does she live? You have any brothers? Like, just turn.
How do you
on
like
them
your
and let them
martini?
go.
I'm getting peppered.
There you go.
Yeah. You get through 10-20 minutes just on that draft.
Sales 101. Everybody likes
I
to
get
talk
this
about
one.
themselves.
What's
They
wrong
just
with
ask them
LeBron,
questions.
man? Why LeBron keep turning the ball over? That's the first one I
Can you
get.
not- can
Like
you
it's
not-
my fault.
And that's why you then ask me that
Yeah.
when you come in here. And then you take that back to him. Is that what happens?
This is what Trudell said.
Can't you just go, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I cannot do that.
Why?
Because
No,
I can't do
I
that.
have a problem with that too. Too big of I don't know if it's too big of an ego or something. Like if you ask me a question about something, I have a very hard time
Gotta represent
not
the
giving
show.
my
Yes,
not giving my
man,
opinion.
Come on. I can't let
I'm
you go with that.
okay with certain people either thinking that I just don't want to talk with them or I don't know. I'm okay with that. Like, for instance, cocktail parties, like parties. there's a group of people that know what I do for a living, and they always want to engage in sports, and I don't, quite frankly.
Yep.
So I just disengage.
But if you're overhearing somebody like talk about Ohtani as if he's not the greatest player,
hold on, how do you?
Or they say something stupid,
I'm
you got to
curious
jump in there.
DeMarco,
No?
DeMarco, I'm curious how I want to see this in practice real quick.
Okay.
So you be you at a party.
Okay.
You be one of this circle of people that wants to know something. I just want you ask him something. I want to see how he dodges it.
I would say to you, like, I don't think this Ohtani guy is, really all that they say he is. I think he's just kind of
it's kind of overrated. Yeah, Pete Crow-Armstrong definitely better. Travis?
I haven't really thought about it too much.
You're like, but I heard you talk about this on your radio show
know that I have.
for 2 hours yesterday.
So this is my point.
So
this is the
are
group
you
of
just being a jerk?
This is the people of people that this is the group that I'm okay with them thinking that guy's an a-hole.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay.
You don't mind that.
Okay with that?
Because I clearly have given it thought.
Yes.
I clearly do have an opinion. And if I just go, man, I just really haven't given it much thought.
If somebody's denigrating J.J. Redick, you wouldn't stand up for the guy? They're completely wrong in everything they say.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe like in 10 years, like maybe in 5 years or in 10 years.
The kids are grown.
But right now, I'm like, I do feel compelled to sort of defend the truth.
Right.
And this is, again, what I think it is. Now, if somebody's saying, oh, no, he's horrible, he stinks, I'm kind of like, well, no, that's not true. But I don't know. Travis is starting to talk me into this, into just being like, oh, okay. I think that.
It's one of those things.
It's not like you're going to change their mind.
You just exactly.
Yeah.
My old boss Jim Rome had a great line about this, and he was exactly right. When someone asks you the question, "What do you think about the Lakers?" They're just waiting for them to get to tell you what they think.
Of course,
they're not listening. They just want to tell you what they think. So why are we doing it?
Because I want to tell you you're wrong.
You're right.
It's Billy the Kid.
Right.
I think Travis has this figured out. I think you have this figured out.
Trav, you are 100% right. Like, I used to be the same as DeMar. Not that I care to be right or whatever or tell people that they're wrong, but I didn't want to be the jerk in the situation where it's like, I don't want to hear you. Because I don't. I genuinely, like, not to be rude, I don't. But now I'm just like, that's
And one
cool.
more thing. When I engage him, he cuts faster.
Oh, that's good. But you hit the nail on the head, Trudell, because when you guys were doing the Ohtani thing, it's like, if you guys are just going back and forth saying he stinks and you like PCA better or you think this, that, or the other thing, I will just sit there and not engage at all. I'll just sit there and drink my wine and listen and stare at the TV occasionally, listen to music. Kind of, like, I just won't engage. But
just letting time go by?
The second you say, what do you think, now I have a choice to make.
Why don't you just stay home, though, in that case?
Because there's good wine.
Oh, okay.
There's
you want to be kind of social.
And there are
Free
people,
food.
There are people at the party that I do enjoy interacting with. But you know how it goes. You're with this group for 10 minutes. You're with that group for another 10. So you're constantly moving in all these groups.
Oh.
So the decision is I can be a jerk or I can be a dunce, and both of them work for me depending on who the crowd is.
Real quick, kind of related to this, but when you're at a thing like this, do you find that like the guys will more kind of gravitate to the guys and the women will gravitate to the women, or is there more mixing in your respective groups?
The beginning of the party is a very, very significant mix. Like, everybody's kind of checking in with everybody else. Oh, how you been? How are the kids? All the usual stuff. I saw you this. Then as the party gets deeper, it gets more divided? By gender.
Oh.
Yeah, by the end of the night, it's like a seventh grade dance. Boys over here and girls over there.
How about you?
I'm the one that abandons the guys. I go hang out with the wives.
Well, I
because they ask the questions all the time. See what I mean? I want to go hang out over here.
Can be more interesting than the guys' chat if you
go.
don't want to chop it up about sports and stuff.
There you go.
Yes,
since we've already done that.
But there's a different risk in that, and we've all been here. They're not the guys for the most part. Will DeMarco talks, Trudell talks, I talk, then you go, and we wait, we listen a little bit. Now we're not listening in like I'm trying to see if you have a good point. I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
Right.
But at least there's only one person talking at a time.
I got you.
Not on the other side of the room.
That's when I
they
go back
all
to the guys.
talk at the same time. It's this wall of conversation, this tidal wave of words that is just like
wall of sound.
And no one is listening to anybody. It's actually really impressive.
Like 8 different
Like
conversations.
there's 8 people talking about 8 different things at the same time, and no one's listening to the other 7. It's tremendous entertainment.
You can always find me at any house party in the kitchen.
We're all just mammals, I guess.
Oh, I'm always in the kitchen
Always in
next
the
to the
kitchen.
drink.
Yeah, you dang right. Right there. Right next to the
I love those
charcuterie
parties.
board. Yes,
because there's a lot
absolutely.
of people there I do like talking.
Yes, you come to me.
You know what's worse than people at parties asking about real sports is fantasy sports.
Oh man,
that's the worst.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it's
I don't
really
have
hard
an
to
answer
handle.
for you with fantasy
Yeah.
questions.
Well, that's one of the times I can actually tell the truth. What do you think of this? I
don't know.
Yeah,
Where's
I
Marcus
have
Grant?
no idea.
Right.
Yeah, here's my
Here's
friend
Marcus
Marcus Grant.
Who's the first pick in the draft this year?
When are we drafting, by the way?
I set it for the Saturday at like 5 o'clock before the football season starts, like before the first game. So I think it's the 5th, maybe.
Nice.
On the Saturday before the Rams and the Niners play? Okay.
I think so. What's the Rams and Niners date? It's the
September. I thought it was 10th.
10th.
Yeah,
It's a
10th.
Thursday game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
It's a lot.
It is.
That draft is a lot.
You mean his draft?
All draft.
Yeah, Saturday, September 5th.
Enjoy.
We're looking forward to Travis's participation in the league this year.
I will draft, and then I will have my team,
will
and
check
then
out.
you will not hear from me the rest of the way. Unless somebody reaches out to engage me for traders, I will consider the trade. But
I'll be making you trade pitches on the air often.
Okay.
Yeah, we can kill a segment a show if you want on that.
I can't
You said
wait.
trade pitches.
What's that?
Like
Trade.
you'll get a
Oh,
presentation.
I know. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure. Yeah, because you don't know what I just heard. Anyway.
Oh,
Just
I think I do know what you just heard.
Just
Yes,
making
That's not
sure.
what I said.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Definitely.
Don't forget, you can join Beto tomorrow, this Thursday, for the debut of his brand new digital show, the Ralph's High School Football Weekly. Tune in live every Thursday at 10:30 in the morning on the ESPN LA YouTube channel, with a replay on Fridays at 10:30 in the morning. Each week, Beto will be breaking down all the biggest matchups and interviewing some of the biggest names in the Southland. Watch Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. only on the ESPN LA YouTube channel, thanks to Ralph's. All right, coming up next, let's talk a little bit about your Rams, DeMarco.
Oh,
You ready?
I thought you were going to talk about how happy everybody was to see Kyle Tucker get a hit.
You know what? Why not?
Did
Let's
okay?
stay positive.
Yeah.
You know me. My default setting is always super positive.
The Rams are positive.
Let's get into
I've
that.
learned that
coming
about
up.
you.
All
Yeah, for
positive
sure.
next.
For sure. That's coming up. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Pechanga Resort Casino is once again in the running, for USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards, nominated for the best casino outside of Las Vegas and the best casino for slot machines.
I'll be there this weekend.
You will. They have over 5,000 slot machines there. 5,500. Yes.
sir.
Non-stop entertainment, incredible restaurants, luxury hotel accommodations, championship golf. Pechanga delivers an experience unlike any other. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
Love Pechanga.
So show your support by voting at pechanga.com/vote. You can vote every day through August 24th and help Pechanga take home the national title, their first national championship. Visit pechanga.com/vote right now.
High altitude, short rest, and a Western Conference battle awaits for the black and gold.
Oh, what a goal! Son of
LAFC hits the road looking for a bounce-back win as they invade Colorado.
LAFC!
Pre-game of LAFC versus Colorado Rapids starts tonight at 6 p.m. on the home of the black and gold, 710 ESPN and ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Oral Hershiser. Can you believe I have my name on a building? I can't, but I'm grateful and I'm humbled. And here in Chino at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet, we love Chino. We love the people of this neighborhood, of this community, and the surrounding community, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the same way I served you on the mound, the way I'm serving you on the microphone, and the way we follow and watch champions and championships.
The LA Card Expo is back at the Magic Box in downtown LA on August 22nd and 23rd. 350 vendor tables, sports cards including baseball, basketball, football, hockey, plus Pokemon, TCG, and more. Baseball great Steve Sachs will be there Sunday, 12:30 to 2:30. Our biggest show yet. Something for everyone, from the serious collector to the casual fan. The LA Card Expo at the Magic Box in downtown LA on Saturday and Sunday, August 22nd and 23rd. Go to LACardExpo.com. That's LACardExpo.com.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. New episodes available now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
Do your ears work?
They do work. No, I'm...
Back to DeMarco and Travis.
Whole segment on trade pitches, huh? You really think that's the way to go?
I mean, it's your show.
I'm just asking. I like what goes beyond, hey, I'll give you this guy, and I go, I don't think so. Then what happens? Like, I've never done this before.
It's just another inroad into basically saying, I think this guy's better than you do, or vice versa, right?
Help me out here. Like, I don't know how the language of fantasy football. I'm a newbie.
Yeah, I mean, in the case,
they call that a mark in Vegas.
You may have a great draft, but you have a surplus of wide receivers.
Okay.
Let's say that I have a surplus of running backs, and so I might say, hey, how about Justin Jefferson for Devon Achane or something like that, right? And you're like, okay, well, I'm not. I have 3 good wide receivers, so I'm keeping one on the bench. I'm starting a running back that I don't actually like that much in my second slot, so it helps both of us.
You're already regretting this.
You know, and I have
You're already regretting this.
No,
I can tell.
Or you can't make or you don't make the trade at all and just keep the guys and then wait for an injury or something. You know.
Okay.
But it's look
see
this is what's fun about it.
Trying
though,
to swindle you already.
You just took the instructions out of the box. I'm like, I don't want this.
In all these leagues, like, it's fun because you end up being like what your personality is. Like, so some people will make only terrible trade offers where they'll offer you like your backup tight end for Josh Allen. And you're like, like just in the hope that you might be kind of not paying attention and press accept. And like those type of people are the ones that just decline, like, and you get annoyed at in real life. Then there's somebody that's like, okay, I think that this is going to help us both, but really it helps them more. But they're just making the argument that it's even. And then there's somebody that's genuinely trying to think, okay, look, well, your team, you're lacking in tight end scoring. You really need this guy. And I'm getting crushed because my quarterback sucks. Your second quarterback who you're not starting is good. It's that kind of thing.
It seems very complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, look, and if it ends up being like that, then we'll just take your $50 donation to the league. And if you hate it, you don't have to be in it the next year.
I don't think I'll hate it, but I'm hoping that there's a little bit of that. The person that knows the least gets the luckiest, kind of that first time you go in there.
That can happen.
I'm hoping there's a
as
little
long
bit of
as
that.
you set your lineup.
I thought
right?
that for the World Cup.
Yeah, you'll be fine as long as you
It
set
worked for
your
me.
lineup.
Yeah, see? Didn't work for me. I just wound up giving a donation.
I took a lot of heat from Laura during the draft and everything until the point where her team was,
you sure did until I got some.
up until she realized her team was good. Thanks to Park because DeMarco was drafting.
I
you had to go
Peace in
home
the Valley.
every night.
Peace in the Valley, and I needed one more team. Yeah,
you had to go.
Hey,
Oh, by the
let's
way,
go.
South Korea just won. They just in the Little League World Series.
There you go.
They just beat Canada.
I want to go see that. Is it Williamsport?
It is.
I want to go there.
I've heard mixed reviews. Like, I've heard people that have gone and loved it, and I've heard that it's also it's a better TV experience than it is in person.
Well, I want to go before it gets ruined with money, because that's coming.
Well, it's on ESPN for 2 months. That's
when we start paying these little kids.
Yeah.
Now you've got 12-year-old celebrity superstars.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think the horse might have left the barn on a lot of that.
Bentley
stuff
e-bikes. Come on, let's go.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's coming.
You know what? I live next to a high school that would be on the higher end in terms of collective income, probably, like just on the other side of the street from me. I'm gonna be on the lookout now for like Mercedes e-bikes
coming.
We haven't seen them yet, or like Ferrari e-bikes, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travel ball coming soon. That
Cadillac e-bike.
In 2004, I don't know if this is true. Derek Jeter went 0 for 32.
Okay.
One of the worst stretches of his career.
Okay.
And he eventually pulled out of it.
Yep.
I say that because Kyle Tucker was 0 for 26.
Yeah.
He got a big hit. Ripped one.
Yeah, it was
RBI.
a good hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that turns into a week for him.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. I guess is what I'll say. There's slumps and then there's lost, and this feels like more lost than a slump. Like
because it's more than at the plate.
Yeah, it's sometimes the ball just hits your bat, and I'm hoping that's not what happened. But sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah,
that you're just swinging, and the ball happened to be where you happen to swing the bat. I've never seen a group on anything be so relieved to see someone else have some success.
Happy.
Very.
Everyone was happy for him. You've seen this before when a guy's in a slump, and it's one of two things. Either the stuff he's doing is contributing to the fact that he sucks, or he's working his butt off, and the baseball, basketball, football guys are just not rewarding him. Last night, when Kyle Tucker got that hit, and the way they reacted, that tells me that guy is doing everything he can. He's just going through a tough spell.
I think you're right. Everybody that I've spoken to, and I agree with what you said, that the reaction from his teammates last night, and I thought you said it really well yesterday, that when Tucker dropped that ball in right field 2 nights ago, the body language on Freddie Freeman wasn't frustration. It was empathy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, God, not to him. It wasn't just that an error had been made and, okay, we got to go get another out. It was oh, my God, what's the next thing that's going to happen to this guy?
Yeah.
And I think Freddie is an empathetic person. I think that you could see that on him. But you're right. The whole dugout went, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. We all have guys that we root for. And I think that the Tucker thing is really weird because it all came together in the last 2 weeks or so. He's been bad all year. But the team went bad for about the last 3 or 4 weeks. So those two things coming together and him really hitting the skids, over 26, he's making miscues in the outfield. He's running the bases poorly. Combined with the fact that he makes $60 million a year. And look, he didn't rob the Dodgers. The Dodgers offered him the money, and he said yes. There was no, muscle that was applied to this. But I think what's really interesting is he's not a great player. He's a good player, but he's paid like a great player. So when you see really below-the-line performance combined with a team that's below the line all of a sudden, he's an easy target, and his body language stinks. I don't know if that's just who he is, but when he just looks like he doesn't give a damn. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but he looks like he doesn't, and all that stuff together gets you to where we had the other night.
It's like when Funchy said, we have punchable faces.
He gave me an exemption.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I gave you guys exemptions. Yeah,
it was blanket.
Does Trudell have a punchable face?
Not at all, man.
Okay.
Not at all. Sometimes,
Thanks,
actually, yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. I was about to say thanks, and then he's changing his mind.
I had to think about it for a second.
What the?
Yes, sir. Oh, my God.
I love you, Trudell.
Well, forget Funchy for a minute here. Let's refocus. It is fascinating, though, because on a team in which there has been so little drama and so much winning and so few mistakes, it's just such a loud mistake.
Yeah.
And it's not that it can't be mitigated if he turns it on and all that, but like you said, he's not a great player.
No, he's not.
So why did they pay him like a great player?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. They have so many guys they've just brought up for a couple of games that seem to be better than him. Just why? And why? What is the defense of paying him that? What did Friedman say when asked about it? What does Roberts say? And these are the things that I think about every time I watch him be not good.
It's a fair question and a good question. He is, on average in his career, he's been about a 5 WAR player per season. That's really good. It's not Ohtani, it's not Judge, it's not Trout level good, but it's good. They had a big need in right field. He has won a Gold Glove in right field. He hasn't won 10 of them, but he has won one. He's a reasonably good player on the bases. But all of these things just dropped off a cliff this year. And I think what why they overpaid him like that, it's just let's just make sure we get him. They literally have kind of had a damn the torpedoes philosophy when it comes to going this stuff. And
the because we can defense, essentially?
I think so. I think that we're going to go get a good player. If we have to pay a premium price for it, we got a good player. We're buying a Beamer and we're paying Mercedes prices.
Right.
Because we're not paying several of our players for 20 years. So
yes. Yeah. Well, or ever. We'll see how that shakes out.
Yeah, because we can becomes because we could.
Yeah. So I think the same exact thing is true with Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz is a good player. He's not a great player. And they paid him like a great player. And then inevitably, and we could, you know what, let's come back and pick this up on the other side, because this idea that the Dodgers have not missed on all of these guys that they've paid, it's not true. The really big hits have overshadowed a lot of the misses. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. It reminds you that the 13th annual SoCal Hyundai ESPN LA Golf Classic presented by Vista Paint is back next Friday, August 28th. Tune in for the all-day live broadcast at Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. Proceeds benefit the V Foundation for Cancer Research, and a special thanks to Vista Paint, where color, creativity, and chemistry meet. Good deals overshadowing bad ones coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Hey, get ready to celebrate new DraftKings customers. Sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's a cool deal. That's code LA710. Write that down. Do not forget. Something big is coming on September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, an all-day celebration built for sports fans just like us. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. I like that. Put that on the poster. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means California from Texas to Florida. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. So remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. So get pumped. Get ready to celebrate. Like I said, new DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
USC football.
Fight on.
Miller at the 5. Miller in the end zone. Touchdown USC. The Trojans kick off the season Saturday, August 29th against San Jose State. Right into a sack. Boom. Down he goes. Dives inside of the end zone. Touchdown USC. Jake Mayava's done it with his feet again.
Kickoff is at noon.
On your home for Trojan football.
USC football is back this fall on ESPN LA. LA's mega sports station. Fight on.
Call Jacob.
Listen, Cappy, I've been in an accident. You've been in an accident. It's a very traumatizing situation, okay? We've all been there. And the reality is we tell people all the time because we would do it too, okay? When we get into an accident, we will call one person. We count on Jacob because Jacob is the man you can trust. He's been doing it for people in LA for nearly 3 decades.
Right. 1-800-345-6789. That's how you call Jacob. And by the way, we talk about car accidents a lot. It's not just car accidents. You could be in a grocery store and slip and fall. You could be walking across the street as a pedestrian and get hit by a car. You could be on a motorcycle and you could get hit. It's not just purely being in a car accident. Any kind of an accident, that's why you call Jacob.
Right, and I counted on Jacob when the insurance company changed their tone with me. I'm like, whoa. You know what? I don't think I need to talk to you. I think I need to call Jacob. That's when I counted on Jacob, Cappy.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
John Ireland here. Blue Ice starts with Idaho potatoes and ends with a smooth, creamy vodka without the burn. Try classic, double espresso, or Idaho huckleberry, all under $20. Ask for Blue Ice by name at your favorite bar or restaurant. Pure as the Tetons. Enjoy responsibly.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're hanging out with the Rams Super Bowl champ and Sweet Tea.
Feeling awesome. Yes. What's up?
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Guys, what the heck is going on out here?
Back to the guys.
Hey.
You ready to go see our pal Oral tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Who are we going to be out? Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing's going to be there. Oral will be there. And,
Can't wait.
Maybe some others. We'll see what else.
Let's see if I can rile him up.
Oral or Dalton?
Dalton Rushing.
Doesn't appear to take much to get him animated.
Let me get under his skin a little bit. See
Yeah.
what happens. I
Yeah.
like that guy. He should have been named after Dalton from Roadhouse.
Yeah, Dalton Connect is
Dalton
named
Connect
after
was,
Dalton from Roadhouse.
I think he got the wrong personality. Yeah. Supposed to be a guy that can scrap a little bit.
My college roommate.
The name is Dalton.
There you go.
His favorite movie was Roadhouse.
It's a great movie.
Every time I'd come home, like if he came home before me on any given Friday or Saturday night, and he had gotten to the TV first, the VHS of Roadhouse was in there.
Really?
Yep,
Okay.
every single
I
time.
didn't mind the remake either.
I don't think I saw the remake.
I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't
So
bad.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I tried to put a DVD into into my Xbox, like Series X, last night, and you have to download like the Blu-ray app or whatever, and so I put it in, and it's just not like connecting sharp. But I eventually get it to play, and then all of a sudden the audio track gets off with the. And meanwhile, my sons are looking at me like, Dad, like, why are you putting a disc into thing? Just go to the movie apps. And I'm like, well, because one of the ones this current movie, it was Zoolander, right? Which I would have watched with them, and they thought it was great, by the way, which made me very happy.
Magnum.
Exactly. Now when I walked in their room this morning, like, are you ready for school? And one of my kids, Jet, turns around. He goes, hold on, Dad.
Magnum.
He hit me, and I'm like, wait, was that Blue Steel or Magnum? He was like, that was Blue Steel. I'm like, glorious. Actually, no, you're right. I think it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Glorious.
Yes.
That might be a Will Ferrell line from a different movie, him saying glorious.
Is Zoolander not streaming anywhere?
No, it was, but so it was on Paramount Plus, but the Paramount Plus that we have is the one with ads. And most of the stuff we don't have ads, so I'm like, I don't want to deal with the ads. Let's just do it on the DVD. But I had to stop on the DVD because it wasn't. And now I'm like, wait, so I have a huge box of all my old DVDs, and I'm like, should I just burn them or do I just keep them because they're and put it up like art? You know what I mean?
Like the actual
That's a
covers
good idea.
Yeah.
You know who would maybe flip through those and be interested in some of them? Emily. She
That's true.
collects physical media. Like she has some.
I heard
interest in
that's the
that
thing
stuff.
that the younger generation is getting into.
Yes.
Well, I've got a treasure trove. I've got all the West Wing DVDs,
Vinyl?
Friends,
I got a
ER,
garage you can raid.
The Wire,
Okay.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
I got all the old DVDs.
I got
Saved by the
Friends.
Bell.
Friends?
Yeah, you can
I'm
keep
trying
that.
to get rid of that, dude. And
I
my
got
wife
Friends.
has all
Keep
these DVDs, man. I'm trying to get rid of it.
I got a bunch of the old Jordan videos. I got
That's
Come
cool.
Fly With Me. I've got the
Those.
premium Michael Jordan collection.
Keep those.
Well, that's the thing is I want to keep them, except now apparently they're just not working as well.
Oh.
If you put them into the...
Do you not have a DVD player somewhere in the garage or something?
I don't have the actual player
Yeah.
anymore. I got rid of all the old... Because I thought the
can buy
Xbox one was going to work well.
Yeah,
It's supposed to.
An older Xbox, I know I've had
Yeah, the old
success
Xbox-
playing them on that.
I do have an old Xbox, so I guess I could just maybe use that.
I think I have a DVD player in the garage. I think.
Does it work?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, there you go.
You still have a VCR?
No,
I have one, but
I
it's
do.
up north. Yeah, I'll never get rid of it.
Nah, my mom has
Turntables?
one.
Nope.
No turntable.
no.
Nope, got rid of it.
Walkman, Discman, skip
I still have an old Walkman. It doesn't
skip
work.
protection.
Wait,
My
that-
Walkman does not
that
work.
Clasp that went over the
Yeah.
thing that
That's
never
the
did-
water one, isn't it? The yellow
yeah.
one?
Yellow
You
one,
want
yes,
to take it in
yes.
the water?
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
No.
Yeah.
no chance.
Yeah.
Can I read this to you?
Please.
This is a tweet from Fan of Yankees,
Okay.
and the picture is him with a clown nose. I think this is funny. If you think this Dodgers story is big, wait until they break the story that the Dodgers have been spending millions to their prospect evaluators to hype up their prospects. Right.
I would
Sounds stupid, right?
I would need further explanation. on
And
what
the
that
story,
means.
this is the big one, and the story after, owners colluding by sending their stars to LA so they can push for a cap.
Yeah.
That's the bottom of the earth, right? Okay.
Yeah, that one's been out there.
Has that really?
Well, just I mean, amongst other baseball, like I heard Bill Simmons talking about this the other day. Just people and other that follow other teams, right? Essentially saying like, oh, this is the other owners were fine with this because it just goes to show even how much more how the Dodgers have broken baseball, and I think that's unfair. But it does. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't happen with the whole Tucker thing when I first saw it, kind of because of that. It's just so easy to pile on.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to figure out how to pay Ohtani later, but Ohtani wanted to be a Dodger. Like that.
Yes.
That's at least, and it's another thing to just sort of overpay somebody by many, many millions of dollars because you can, even though you don't really need that specific player, and then to have the player not play well, kind of underscore it almost makes it worse.
So let the Dodgers win to prove a point.
I know. I've heard that too.
Well,
and
he's not helping them win right now.
It just boggles my mind. No, he's not. And Tucker's an interesting one because I think depending on how you want to look at it, you can make the case that this is exactly why the Dodgers doing what they do does not guarantee them anything. But it also is if you want to make the argument that
you can afford a miss.
That's the other side, is that only the Dodgers and maybe the Yankees and maybe one or two other teams can give a guy $60 million and just kind of shrug their shoulders and go, okay, we're still fine. Like let's just pick another team. If the San Francisco Giants, who is also another big market team, that's a bad example. Let's say the Seattle Mariners decided that they were going to give Kyle Tucker $60 million a year, and he put together this year. They can't go get another guy. They're kind of locked into him, and that's the way that it goes. The Dodgers can kind of shrug their shoulders. But kind of brings us to what we were talking about a second ago. This idea that the Dodgers just collect all these great players and everything works out for the best is only partially true.
Right.
You think about it. Like the Ohtani thing, I think, goes without saying, has worked out pretty well for him.
Yes.
Right? That he's been as advertised, if not much, much better. The same thing for Yamamoto. That Yamamoto, again, they gave him $300 million before he'd thrown a single pitch in the major leagues. And it looks like he's a bargain.
Yeah.
You know, it just looks like they got exactly what they're talking about. Blake Snell, been a pretty good deal. But again, the Blake Snell rate was about the going rate for a star pitcher. They did not do the Kyle Tucker deal for Snell. So their other teams could have gone in there and done it. And I think Teoscar Hernandez, from an ROI perspective, has been really good. Like he doesn't make the money that we're talking about these other guys. He makes real money, but he's also provided a whole bunch of stuff. Freddie Freeman, goes without saying, nailed that one. Kyle Tucker's been an abject failure so far. Edwin Diaz has been an abject failure so far. You look at Michael Conforto a year ago, and again, not mass, but he's kind of the same.
It's like Tucker but not as expensive.
Right, but he's basically the inverse of Teoscar Hernandez. Roughly the same money, but no production. So they hit with Teo, they missed with a guy like Conforto. Trevor Bauer, massive miss that they missed on. And then there's some guys that you're still kind of trying to figure out, like, is Tanner Scott a hit or a miss? I don't know. He's had one good year, one not so good year. Yeah. Tyler Glasnow, when he plays, he's really good, but you're paying him $100 million to not play, which is kind of weird. So they've had as many successes as failures. It's just that the successes have been so successful that it kind of overshadows the Tuckers and the Diazes and the Confortos and all the rest.
DeMarco, let me ask you this about Tucker, because so he starts his career, obviously, I think it's 9 years in Houston. Then he has the 1 year in Chicago. And there are
5 years in Houston.
Oh, 7 years. Okay, 7 years. Like I said, 9. Yeah, so 7. I just looked. Yeah, so 7 years in Houston, 1 in Chicago. There are players that get to a spotlight market, and the money could have something to do with this, just in the weight of the money and having to kind of live up to it. But we have seen players in every sport go to a glamour franchise with a spotlight on them and just simply not perform. Mm-hmm. And what I see in what Travis mentioned earlier in the show about his body language, that is to me a bigger part of the concern, because instead of just like being able to have the force of personality or the will or the something to push all that out, and DeMarco, I'm sure you've had teammates on either side of this equation that have come in before. And look, we don't have, maybe the sample size isn't big enough yet. We can get through the year, we can judge what he does in the playoffs, but maybe he just can't handle this level of spotlight.
I agree with that. I kind of relate it to Larry Brown. Remember when he won? No, the player. When he won the MVP for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, sure.
And he got a big contract to go play with the Raiders. Well, he was never that guy. He was just the guy for the moment. And then when they expected you to be a shutdown corner, he's not that dude. So it's kind of the same thing. Like, what were you really expecting of Kyle Tucker?
To be a 5-WAR player. Because that's what he had been basically every year.
But his paycheck says you should be next to
a 10-WAR
Ohtani.
player.
Correct, yeah. So,
but he's a negative WAR player. Like, that's the thing. It's not just
0.1 right now.
It's not just that he hasn't lived up to expectations. Like we said a second ago, he's a good to very good major league player. He's not a star, but he's a very good player. And now he's playing like barely a rank and file guy. Like Larry Brown had an incredible Super Bowl, but he wasn't one of the best corners in the league. He had a great day.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Tucker had many seasons where he was a very good player.
But I guess I could kind of understand if you're that guy and you're not really that guy, but you come to this team, that would be intimidating.
And
you know what I mean? When you're around a bunch of stars like this, like Max Muncy.
But wouldn't it not in the sense of, okay, I'm not the star, so let me just perform at a level that's not going to put me out there to be booed, because you already have an Ohtani, you already have a Betts, you already have a Freddie, you already have all these guys that are very established, and all you have to do is come and help. You don't have to be the star, so why would you have that much pressure?
Well, it's like it doesn't matter what he does. Even if you suck, they're still good.
See, I look at it the other way, where is when he was in Houston, they had a great roster almost that entire run that he was there. He wasn't one of the names. He didn't have any pressure. He wasn't paid like it. He could just show up to the ballpark, do his thing, right? Get his 5 WAR, kind of hit 267 or what he hit, about 30 homers, right? Maybe 15 steals, play some decent outfield. Just be a good player.
Yeah.
Just be a good player. But then when you become the acquisition and you are now less talented than pretty much everybody else in the lineup somehow, even if their money isn't quite what yours is, that's where the pressure comes in, because it's like here's Mookie Betts. I mean, there's Freddie Freeman. Right? I'm not going to be there's Shohei. Well, I can't be as good as that guy, but I'm being paid the same or more. That's a weird feeling. That is a weird dynamic for a player mentally.
But no one
and
hates him on the team, though.
It's not about that. It's just his own. It's in his own head.
Yeah.
And I think it's very difficult.
It's his own psychology.
And it's, by the way, it's totally rational psychology.
It is. It is.
That's the hard part.
All right. I'm going to make the good news case and the case. The good news case is he's a talented guy. Like you said a second ago, is he less talented than Freddie and Shohei? Yeah, but so's everybody else. But as far as like the average rank and file major leaguer goes, he's better than that. And talent always wins. That the talent will ultimately resurface. Think like Tanner Scott this year is a talented player. He had a bad year last year. He's back and he's performing at the level that they originally expected him to perform. That the glare of the LA spotlight will eventually become more comfortable for him, and the talent, his ability to find the baseball will ultimately resurface again. I think that is the best case scenario. And baseball's weird. Golf is weird. Like sometimes it just takes one or two things, and he's also that's it.
Could they get Conforto back just to
put
a target on somebody
the Cubs now? But that's the best case scenario, that it clicks back in sooner than later, and then the next couple of years he becomes the Kyle Tucker that they thought that they were buying. That's the good news scenario. The oh boy scenario is that the glare of the spotlight never gets comfortable.
Too big.
That he's got a little Anthony Rendon in him. Like, basically, this is not my passion. This is not my life. I got my money. I'll show up every day and I'll do the work, but I'm not here because I love it, and it continues to get worse.
Wrong place to hide, man.
But look at the reason I bring up Rendon is because I saw Rendon and Tucker in the same piece a couple of different places, and it's like, oh boy, it can't be that bad, is it? And Rendon basically, and again, the spotlight in Anaheim is nothing like the spotlight in Los Angeles. Totally different. But Rendon, I don't give a damn. He basically said it like, I don't love baseball. Like, and he just basically shut it down and disappeared for a while. And I think we're a long ways away from that with Tucker, but the body language, all of that other stuff just makes you go, The good news is nobody's saying he's not doing the work. Nobody's saying he's a bad teammate. Like, all of the intangible stuff seems to be pretty good, but my goodness, is it rough.
So playoff starts tomorrow, let's say. Is he in your lineup?
No.
Nope.
No.
Well,
no.
I mean, it kind of tells you a lot right there.
5 o'clock. We'll get into that. A little tip or no tip is coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Trudell's here on a Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
This Thursday, August 20th, DeMarco and Travis are hitting the road, and you're not going to want to miss it. Join ESPN LA, live from Legends Attic in Claremont, for an afternoon built for LA baseball fans. Catcher Dalton Rushing will be there, plus LA legend and last week's Hollywood star recipient Oral Hershiser. Hear the guys live, win some prizes, and check out LA's ultimate destination for sports memorabilia. It's DeMarco and Travis live from Legends Attic in Claremont, August 20th, with Dalton Rushing and Oral Hershiser, starting at 3 p.m. with ESPN LA. Go to legendsattic.com right now.
Hi guys, it's Ramona Shelburne for Hyundai of Glendale, where it's back to school savings all month long. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for $279 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Take it from me, with next level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$279 per month plus tax. Close and lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due outstanding, plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per excess miles. Expires 8/30/26.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit CryptoArena.com/tours for more info.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
It's around 4:45 in the Southland on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. You know what that means. It's time for Tip or No Tip, presented by attorney Big Al. Tip or No Tip with producer Laura. Tip or No Tip, presented by attorney Big Al. If you get in an accident, tip the scale in your favor. Make Big Al your first call. Don't go at it alone. Call 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Or visit attorneybigalca.com. And now, with Tip or No Tip, here's producer Laura.
Thanks. I was going to say guys, but it's Chris. Thanks, Chris. Hope you're enjoying your day off. All right, guys. So I found this to be really cool, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Capital One Arena is basically turning the concourse into a giant TV screen. As part of the arena's massive renovation, the new Visi Bowl will feature more than 500 feet of digital displays along the concourse. So,
I'm sorry, Lord, where's this again?
it is a Capital One Arena.
Which is where?
In Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Yeah. So now
Wizards and Caps.
Yeah.
So now you are going to be able to watch basically anytime when you're on the concourse, you're going to be able to watch whatever sport's there, right? Whether it's Capitals, it's Wizards, or anything else they are throwing out there. I thought it was really cool. It looks really cool. Like, it looks like just like a walking screen. I was like, I don't know how it would play because I thought about Crypto.com Arena, but I think it's really cool. And I know a lot of arenas/stadiums are doing things like this where you can kind of just see anywhere you are. So tip or no tip, giant screens are making live sports feel too much like watching a game at home.
I'm going to go no tip because the action on the field, on the floor, on the arena floor, whatever, is still what you're looking at. But it is hard, like when you go to Jerry's house in Dallas. It's hard to watch the game and not watch the screen. You have that same problem at SoFi?
Yes.
It's hard to watch.
Where, in particular, with where I'm sitting, like the infinity board is right on my eye line in the press box.
Yeah.
So and the field is down. So it's much, and by the way, you can see a lot better on the infinity board because you're much closer to it. It's enormous.
I'm still going to go with no tip, but close.
Well, let me bring the Clippers arena into this because I think, and by the way, this is ironic to an extent because of all what we know now about Daktronics and Kawhi and the payment but that to me, they tried to kind of resemble what the SoFi, you call it the Infinity Board, right, Travis? But there in an NBA arena, it's too high. Because there aren't seats that are 5 levels up there, and so like when I'm whether I'm sitting courtside or sort of at the top of the lower bowl, which are the 2 spots where you get put in as a sideline reporter, I don't want to stick my head up at this angle to see it, so I never look at that one. And then if you go into the concourse of that arena, they have no screens and no TVs. And I think it was because Ballmer was like, I want people to get back in their seats.
Yeah.
But I don't like that either because sometimes you got to go up, you got to get a drink, you got to go to the bathroom, and you want to at least be able to monitor.
See the game.
And so, and I don't, look, I don't think, I think it's a good thing overall. And I'm curious to see it when the Lakers go to D.C. This year. So I would go tip on it. But I just wanted to say that I'm against the opposite. I don't like the no screen thing out there because you're just going to be out there at times.
Yeah, I think the idea of watching a game from home, if you're trying to watch the game, is always a better viewing experience than being in the building, right? Like if I want to watch what's going on, TV or a giant screen is a better way to do it. I think the reason these big boards that are really interesting to me is you get the best of both worlds, right? What makes going to a game so much fun for me is not just that the Dodgers are on the field or the Lakers are on the court. You're with people. It's the environment. It's the frenzy of the crowd. It's a big 3-point shot. It's a home run, and we're all celebrating together in real time. Now, maybe I can't see, the court as clearly as I'd like or Ohtani as clearly as I'd like, but when that ball gets popped and we all jump up, we're doing it together.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's super fun. So that's why I still love going to games. But this is kind of the best of both worlds. I get to be with people all over the place, whether it's out in a concourse or anywhere else, and I get to see the game as clearly as I can. I'm
all
there.
there.
On that sounds great.
Works for me.
It is pretty cool. I thought it was cool. Okay, so this social media trend is going around for restaurants, bars, and things like that. But it got me, right? This particular restaurant posted something saying, hey, this person you left without paying, you were here with your friends, we hit you on your DMs and everything, and you have not responded. Your tab was, every restaurant has a different number for the tab. But then they said you had the crunch, like for this particular restaurants, like you had the crunch wrap, you had the martini, and they started listing all the things that they had. Then you get to the last slide, be like, sorry, not sorry. We were joking, but now you've seen all our food, come and hang out with us, which I think it's a cool ploy to get people in the building. But it also said, shout out to the chismosas, which means, you're nosy in Spanish, chismosa. And I was like, dang, I felt God, because my point is, tip or no tip, sometimes you fall in these traps and you're like, oh, they got me.
Oh, tip. Yeah, that would get me if you accuse me of dining and dashing. Yeah. I'd raise holy hell. And then, it was a scam. Yes, but tip,
like
definitely.
A sucker at the
Absolutely.
end.
All the time.
Yeah, I've seen those, and I've flipped through them, and I've gotten played. Yeah.
You ever opened a bad email?
No.
I don't do that.
I don't know why it is, but I'm hyper vigilant on getting stuff stolen from me via email and text. Unless it comes from Mike Trudell or DeMarco Farr on my phone, and I have your number in my phone, I assume everything's trying to get into my bank
Instant
account.
delete.
I'm terrified of it.
Yeah.
And I'm probably just as ripe to get picked as anybody else. But
I fell for the one thing the one time where the guy sends you the email, I'm stuck in this foreign country, I can't get out, I need $1,000, and I'm responding, are you okay? Yeah, I fell for that 15 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, you have a good heart, though.
I thought I knew the guy.
That was for the right reasons.
But here's the thing.
Oh, you thought it was someone?
It was like they hack your email and they get a guy and they send it from somebody.
You get an email that looks like it's from me.
I've gotten that before. Or from my friends, so one of my friends, his mom, right? That one, because he fell for it, and then it's in the email. Yeah, for sure. We've all been victim of that. No doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't send money.
Check the.
I was close.
Put it this way: if you sent me an email or a text saying, Trav, I'm in trouble and I need you to send me $1,000, okay? I would say, I'm going to call you.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Let me call you. And if you picked up the phone and said, hey, man, I need them, okay.
Right.
But if I called you and said, dude, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you call? I'm like, okay, yeah.
I got.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, see, that's one thing I don't get got with is money because I work hard for mine. So I was like, not happening. All right. So this one I say for Travis.
Ooh.
Budweiser has released a new a new beer that is made with baseball bats. It's called the Beechwood Reserve. The limited edition brew is aged with actual Beechwood baseball bats. So I thought that was interesting.
You want to drink a bat?
That was going to be my
Well,
tip.
you know,
and
they
no
make
tip.
it all in those barrels, right?
I guess so.
Do you like bourbon?
I love bourbon.
Do you know what they age the bourbon in?
In a
wooden barrel.
Right.
Yeah.
Would
Tip.
you- yeah?
of
You would
course.
do it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's probably if you gave me a can of Budweiser that was aged in a Beechwood barrel versus a stainless steel drum, I doubt I could tell you the difference.
Okay.
But yeah, why not?
I don't know. I was like,
That's
this is
winner.
cool, and then I'm like,
But like wine is aged in wooden barrels.
I know, but
Yeah.
but
But you don't drink it with it in there.
Well, it's not. It's just aged in
no,
the
it's
barrel,
aged.
right?
It's
I thought you
aged.
meant there was a piece of
What if-
wood in there.
No.
Well,
what?
DeMarco, would you
No.
have? What if they aged one in like old footballs, like pigskin?
Pigskin?
Yeah, they just
look,
cut it out.
I love the sport,
and
but I'm
then
not drinking the football. Come on. I'm not doing that. I don't want to eat the
DeMarco,
football.
for
Right.
context, the barrel that they're aging this is all baseball bats. So it
Oh,
was
it's a
made
barrel
from,
made of bats.
Yes.
Yes.
My
okay.
thing is like used bats.
Oh.
I would
I'm
want
sure
to
they
know.
run it through a filter of some sort. I'm sure we're okay. I
I
don't think
would
you're going
want
to
to
get
know.
Yachty Molina's pine tar in your beer. I'm sure you'll be all right.
You ever seen someone really stomp grapes with their bare feet?
Yeah.
I have.
And you'll have a glass
Andre
right
the Giant.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant.
Exactly. Right.
Those barrels have got a lot of wine in them.
Big time. Yes, sir.
Have you ever done that? The stomping of the grapes?
I've never stomped the grapes. I've drank wine straight out of the barrel before.
There you go.
Yeah, and
I have.
We'll be doing it again 2 weeks from today. As a matter of
Nice.
fact.
It's not,
I'm jealous.
It takes a while for the stain to go away on the bottom of your feet.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Grape juice
Takes
no
a while.
joke.
Tip or no tip is brought to you by my guy, attorney Big Al. If you get into an accident, tip the scales in your favor. Make Big Al your first call. Don't go at it alone. Call this number, 1-800-HURT-123, or visit attorneybigalca.com. You guys have all been to the beach. You ever stepped in like oil or something that's
It's
out
the
there?
tar.
The tar
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that will not come off.
all the time.
You have like a little secret,
Yes.
a hack to get it off?
Olive oil.
Olive oil gets
Yeah.
it off?
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That's what gets it off. Yeah, I just did it last week.
Really?
Yep.
Those little alcohol pads you use to like clean
Dude, I
things.
went to the Brillo.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You need something that's got like
No, the olive oil.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you put a Brillo on your foot?
I wanted this stuff
Just-
off
you get-
my foot.
Bro,
Yeah.
Nail polish remover.
you got olive oil you cook with, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
right? Yeah, get it. You just get a paper towel, put the olive oil on there, wipe it on there, boom, comes right
Done.
off.
Learn something new every day.
Got you.
Okay.
nail polish remover works.
My wife taught me that. I didn't know it by myself.
I freaked out. This
Alcohol.
is like something from space. It's taking over my body.
It's gross. It's gross. DeMarco's got his top 10 NFL stories heading
Yeah.
into week 2 of the preseason. That's coming up
And
next.
breaking NBA news.
And
we got
ooh.
we got a trade.
Breaking
We got a trade.
Coming up
All
next.
right.
Let's go. Breaking NBA trade as well. That's next. DeMarco and Trav Trudell's here on a Wednesday, 7:10 ESPN.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Coming up Thursday on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show, well, we have the day off, sort of. It's a best of edition of the Sedano and Cat Morning Show. Fun and frivolity. Maybe we'll sneak in some of the highlights from the Summer of Schwans.
The Summer of Schwans.
And highlights from this past Tuesday's show, because it was that good. Don't miss the best of edition of the Sedano and Cat Morning Show, Thursday morning at 7 a.m. on LA's mega sports station, 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha ha!
I'm John Ireland, and the cleaner way to cocktail is with Blue Ice Vodka. Gluten-free, no added sugar, only 64 calories an ounce. Find Blue Ice at Bristol Farms, Smart & Final, and Ralph's. Blue Ice, smooth, affordable, a better way to cocktail. Enjoy responsibly.
It's DeMarco Farr and my guy, attorney Big Al, in studio with me today.
The biggest mistake that people do is think that they can handle a car accident themselves. I don't need a lawyer. I don't need to bother with a lawyer. I'll just do it. It's not a big deal. I'll talk to the insurance company and handle it myself. That's the biggest mistake you could do because you don't know what you're doing. There are lots of different aspects of a car accident that you're going to mess up. And as you mess up your case in 1 week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks, by the time you call the lawyer, it's way too late. You already messed everything up. So the first mistake is thinking that you can do this yourself. You're not going to do a good job. You're going to hurt yourself and cause yourself a lot of pain down the road. The point of getting an attorney is to let them take care of all the problems. They're the experts. They know how to deal with all the problems. They know how to fix your car. They know how to get you treatment. They know how to deal with insurance companies. Don't do it yourself.
If you're in an accident, I've got a guy. Attorney Big Al. 1-800-HURT-123 or attorneybigalca.com.
Attorney Big Al's attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays starting at 2 p.m. Choose from 5-piece dumplings original or chili crisp or a spicy boom boom taco. Pair with your favorite premium with beverage, including our new strawberry watermelon lemonade refresher, both for just $5, only at Waba Grill.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rodgers.
I can't dance at all. What did you call it, Punchy? The Caucasian two-step.
Yes.
That's what I got. I got
What's
this.
the Caucasian two-step? The white man's overbite?
Yeah, yes. I got that, too.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on. Back to the guys.
Hey, come on. And you got 1999. Oh, my. Hey.
Excited for week 2 of the preseason?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Number one preseason football fan.
Because this is where you make, this is where you earn jobs. It's
Even on this team, the Rams?
It's hard to make the squad, but
Sure
league wide, this is how you get on football teams. And of course, I'm coming from the undrafted rookie free agent perspective. This is how you earn gigs. So preseason is very important.
To your point, like this, it's been a long time for me. But when I worked for NFL teams, this is going back to 2005 and 2006. And all of the players, deep on the roster, all the rookies, and you've been following. It's super dramatic.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when people first started watching Hard Knocks, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest part of it was like seeing the young guy go into the office, and there's Brian Billick, and there's the Ozzie Newsome, and seeing the cut. And like when you've been watching that player practice, like DeMarco has, and you've kind of his story, and then man, it's trying to get on this final roster, and what it means to actually get the uniform. It's super, super intriguing and dramatic.
And you see some of the dumbest stuff you've ever seen in your life on a football field. It all happens in preseason. Where the hell are you going? What are you looking at? And it's basically vanilla stuff. It's not like a lot of trying to win it with the pen. So it's just, mano-y-mano stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Did finish up the Rams just real quick. And I like the way Shieldhouse called the game, but it did strike me as funny because I think this is an offense he would have liked to have run when he was a quarterback because everything was on the move. And I'll give you this with Stetson Bennett. I thought he did the exact right thing. He let the offense dictate where the ball went. Didn't do too much, got the ball out. Let me get it to my playmaker, bang, bang, bang. My only job is ball placement and getting up to the line and snapping the football. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I think that and I don't mean this disrespectfully, with a player like Bennett, that's what you're looking for.
Stay there.
Throw it over there. Make sure it doesn't go to the wrong team. If it's incomplete, that's fine. If we got a punt, that's fine. We'll move on.
Both guys did that.
Yeah.
I thought the rookie that came in was also equally as good managing the offense. But here, so we have games starting on Thursday. Tomorrow, right? We got the Raiders and the Texans, so we'll just go that way. So for the Raiders, do you think Mendoza can build on his impressive start? Do you think he can push for a starting job, or is it just going to be?
Well, I think
going with Cousins?
He's going to be the starter eventually. It's just a matter of when that eventuality takes place. And I think I've learned this from you more than and the other NFL guys that I've worked with, that you have to start with a team like the Raiders, give Cousins the reins, and if you're winning, he gets to keep riding. The second we're kind of out of it and the thing's kind of, we can respectfully move on.
Only if the young guy isn't ready. Now, if he shows he's not going to go out there and get himself killed, then you might as well get your future started now with Mendoza. If he shows you he can do it and protect himself at the same time, like Jackson Dart is still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
He's going to get blasted out of the league.
Looks like it.
At some point. But if Mendoza can protect himself, run the offense, you might as well get started with the rookie right away.
I'd give Cousins a shot because I don't think the Raiders are a hopeless group. I think that they've got some talent, and I think Kirk Cousins is exactly the line in the NFL. I think if you have somebody worse than him, you're in big trouble, and I think if you have him, you're probably looking to get a little better. I think he's he is the line right
Ultimate
here.
Mendoza line.
Yeah, literally.
So the Raiders are playing the Texans. Where do you guys sit on C.J. Stroud? I am firmly on the fence.
I like him. I actually think that he's better than the reputation seemed to switch last year relative to how hot he started. Because just look at their O-line, look at the injuries that they had at the wide receiver position. They couldn't really run the ball that effectively. So, I think he can throw. He can make all the throws. He's elusive. I'm pro on C.J. Stroud.
Their offense looked bad week 1 preseason.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Was that picture I saw of him in the preseason real, or was that AI?
It looked like half him and the other half was my lower half on his body.
Was that a real picture?
That was really him.
Then I'm out.
Yeah.
Because that did not look like a quarterback body to me.
But you know what? Mahomes kind of has a dump truck, too.
Yeah, but that's fine. He's won the Super Bowl 3 times.
You can look that
that's fine. You go ahead and do it.
Okay, wait. I didn't see this picture.
It looks like a bowling pin.
When he's walking into camp.
I reserve the right to change my answer. But I just looking at the skill set that he has and what he's done, I think that the team is a little bit more to blame than him. So I'm just in terms of the narrative right now, I'm pro.
Niners and Chargers going at it. They're at Chargers, which will be cool. That's on Thursday. I wonder how much Brock Purdy plays, and I wonder how much this offense or how good this offense can be if McCaffrey's not there. McCaffrey and Kittle aren't there. Do you think Purdy's good enough to at all?
No, I mean, no. Christian McCaffrey's their best offensive player. If you pick your team in the league, if you take the best offensive player off of your team, you're in big trouble. Right? Like the best offensive player in the Rams is Matthew Stafford. If he were no longer, you're in trouble.
But eventually Purdy's going to have to be that guy. Eventually, the best player on the field offensively is going to have to be Brock Purdy someday.
Then
that's why you're paying.
They might be in trouble. If that's what they're going for. And again, Shanahan's the one guy in the league that gives me, oh boy, here we go. Like he's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
But Brock Purdy doesn't scare me.
Then that might be a miss for Lynch then, because you paid him as if he's going to be the guy.
You were just talking about Kirk Cousins. Like I like Brock Purdy more than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
At least, and so he's, to me, like, if the rest of the team is good enough and Shanahan makes a huge difference, I think that you can win with him. The money, it's high, DeMarco, but it's not, like, crazy.
It's not break the bank.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's up there, but it's not completely prohibitive.
Significant portion of your cap is going to him. So at some point, you got to be the guy.
But I don't think there's anybody that's being paid, like, a much less than that you could have that would be better. Necessarily. You know
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Moving to the Chargers, do you think Mike McDaniel has found the secret to Justin Herbert's roller skates?
I read something about this, and this is basically just changing his footwork so that his left foot is forward.
You saw that?
Is it that simple?
Sometimes it can be. Mike Martz tells me sometimes it's just that one technical adjustment gets the most out of a guy.
This Roki Sasaki's big glove?
It could be.
Yeah. I mean,
it could be.
This feels a lot like, no. We'll just give you a bigger glove. Everything will be fine. Oh, okay.
I will put it this way, though. If you really look at the Miami roster of the last couple years, and you just looked at the fact that Tua, not only could you not, like, a lot, you couldn't just take a sack with him, you couldn't get him touched.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's hard to diagram a scheme in which a quarterback cannot even be approached by a defensive player. And so I am trying to buy into that Mike McDaniel still made
Tua.
Well, yeah, just with what he went with what he went through there, that he really is like a little bit better than how things ended in Miami.
I think he's in the right job again too.
Me too.
Yeah, I think he's
run this, not the whole team.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can be as strange as
the
you
Chargers,
want.
however, have a lot of issues still. Their O-line can't stay healthy. Once again, they lost their starting center.
Yeah.
It just seems like their O-line can't stay healthy. So that's going to dictate whether Mike McDaniel can get the most out of that offense.
Is that DeAndre?
That's DeAndre.
Where you been?
DeAndre piping into the back.
Sorry,
there,
I'm back here cooking, y'all.
See? Meat locker.
This is why he can't go to the barbershop. See, he had to chime in. He couldn't wait. There you go.
They got their two big boys back though. Like the center, they just got him from Washington, and like that's unfortunate for
Joe
sure.
Alton, Rashawn Slater.
Yeah, Alton Slater are back, both first rounders, both super talented, and like they should be able to run the ball. And so yes, I'm pro there.
Alt's daddy was tough. Oh my God. Ravens and Vikings. Since you're sitting here, Carson Wentz maybe the odd man out.
I mean,
because you're going to keep Kyler. He's going to start. You're not going to dump JJ.
No, you can't yet.
You're going to keep Carson Wentz as your 3?
I think so because do you remember what happened last year after, like, with McCarthy's just dealing with all this stuff? Like, he gets the injury, the high ankle sprain, then he's out forever, then he comes back, then he gets hurt again, right? And they were starting guys that I had never heard of last year down the stretch, and they still win 9 games. So, like, Kevin O'Connell, like, they have a proven system of at least some success. They're never going to miss the play. Like, they're always going to hang in there.
Be solid.
And that's without having a quarterback. So I think now you want to say if something doesn't go right with Kyler, and he's had his own injury issues, then we'd rather have somebody that we know can come in and at least push the ball down the field a little bit.
That might be the most decorated quarterback room in the NFL. Carson Wentz, Kyler Murray, who went, and then J.J. McCarthy.
In terms of draft capital, yes.
Right,
Yeah, I was just
right.
going to say, I'm going to need you to define how we're decorating these
I
guys.
mean, in terms of how they came into the league.
Yes.
Two
yes.
number ones, and then have them trading up into the top 10
I was
to
going,
get
well,
McCarthy.
nobody was any
Yeah.
good. Wentz was good until he wasn't.
Yeah,
but
until he got hurt here. And
that's
then,
another
of course, we got Saints and Rams this week. Zach Wilson, who mentioned Zach Wilson earlier?
Punch.
Yeah, he's still hanging in
I
there
can't
with
believe
the
he's
Saints.
hanging around.
And played pretty good.
His mom's
week
still
one.
hanging around too?
Who's that?
Is his mom hanging around
He
too?
might be.
I don't know if his
she might
mom
be
is,
still
but
hanging
other moms probably are because that's how he rolls.
They're QB2.
That's right. That's right.
And for the Rams, I hope Ty Simpson gets some reps with the first team.
Me too.
I really do. I want to see if he can do more. And of course, week 2 in the preseason, you get more defense.
Yeah.
You get game plans. You get specific blitzes. You get stuff you're not prepared for. So let's make him uncomfortable to see how he performs with that.
All right, you can join DeMarco and myself this Thursday. That is tomorrow, August 20th, live at Legends Attic in Claremont. Dalton Rushing is going to be there, as well as our friend Oral Hershiser and Dave Hobrick's incredible art and plenty more. That's tomorrow, Thursday, 3 to 6 at Legends Attic. Be there. Our breaking news, of course, is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. What's the breaking news, Trudell?
Okay, so via Shams Sharania, we've got Cleveland, Denver, and the Clippers, a 3-way trade. It sends Peyton Watson to the Cavs, Max Strus to the Clippers, and an unprotected 2031 Cavs first-round pick plus a second-rounder to the Nuggets. Watson's then going to sign a 4-year, $88 million deal to join the Cavaliers. This is very interesting. I think it weakens Denver, which is a good thing for the Lakers. I do like it for the Cavs. They're kind of all in on the group that they have anyway. And the Clippers are basically just involved for a minimal reason here, just to kind of make the salary
to make it work.
They probably get a pick or something like that, a second-round pick or something. So yeah, it's the fact that Denver doesn't get to retain him. And this is partly due to Sam Presti also kind of screwing them with the offer that he made for them to have to keep somebody else on the roster that from a restricted standpoint, and they are rushing. They're super close to being in salary cap hell. If they didn't do it. No, Denver. So yeah, so OKC made a move that essentially made Denver match it for a guy named Spencer Jones, and in so doing, they don't even have near the money to be able to keep Peyton Watson and not be paying a ridiculous amount in luxury tax.
This is chess, not checkers.
Yeah, right. You mentioned the Clippers and how they were kind of in this to make everything work out. I want to get your thoughts on the story.
They get Max Strus, essentially. Yeah,
the Clippers and the Steve Ballmer aspiration, Daktronics, the whole thing that apparently maybe this thing goes away with not a whole lot happening. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. It's DeMarco and Travis. Trudell's here on a Wednesday on 710 ESPN.
High altitude, short rest, and a Western Conference battle awaits for the black and gold.
Oh, what a goal!
LAFC hits the road looking for a bounce-back win as they invade Colorado.
LAFC!
Pre-game of LAFC versus Colorado Rapids starts tonight at 6 p.m. on the home of the black and gold, 710 ESPN and ESPN LA app. The LA Card Expo is back at the Magic Box in downtown LA on August 22nd and 23rd. 350 vendor tables, sports cards including baseball, basketball, football, hockey, plus Pokemon, TCG, and more. Baseball great Steve Sachs will be there Sunday, 12:30 to 2:30. Our biggest show yet. Something for everyone, from the serious collector to the casual fan. The LA Card Expo at the Magic Box in downtown LA on Saturday and Sunday, August 22nd and 23rd. Go to LACardExpo.com. That's LACardExpo.com.
Hi guys, it's Ramona Shelburne for Hyundai of Glendale, where it's back to school savings all month long. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for $279 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Take it from me, with next level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$279 per month plus tax. Close in lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due outstanding plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per excess miles. Expires 8/30/26.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll.
What the? Hey, girl. I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
Thicker.
A little firmer.
A little firmer, a little thicker. And
I
like
like mine a little firmer, too.
Yeah. DeMarco and Travis continue.
A little thicker, a little firmer.
Here are the guys.
This is wild, True. That whole Denver dynasty died quick.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, yeah, you can't even call it a dynasty, right? They won one title. I don't, they're not dead and buried yet. It's just that they now are paying Jamal Murray, right, the full boat. Jokic obviously is well deserving of his contract. They're paying Aaron Gordon a lot of money. He was not able to stay healthy last year. And they paid Christian Brown a lot of money. In fact, they chose him over Peyton Watson last year. So he got a pretty big contract, over $100 million, and he really had an injury last year and struggled. And then Peyton Watson popped right before he got hurt towards about January, February last year, and he was not able to come back for the playoffs. And now they lose him. And he was kind of the next, the young athletic talent that you need around guys like Jokic and Murray. And I think he would have been one of those guys that would have been a nice fit for the Lakers, but they, of course, made their play for Walker Kessler. And Utah was able to get 2 firsts and 2 swaps for Kessler from the Lakers. In this case, it looks like Denver gets 1 first and 1 second and no swaps out of it for Watson, and essentially are just dumping the salary. Now, good, getting a first-round pick, that's fine. It's in 2031 from the Cavs. Nonetheless, it's not a great piece of business. You don't want to be in a position where you're losing a player that's got that kind of talent that Watson flashed last year.
I just feel like we're doing the Nuggets a disservice by dismissing them as a threat, because it's almost like we don't talk about them anymore because of OKC and San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still a problem for the Lakers.
They have, if they don't have the best player in the league, they got the second best player, third best player, whatever you want to call Jokic. He's on the short list
top
of best guys
3
in
for
the
sure.
league.
Yeah, at worst top 5, but yeah, I think he's still in the top 3. It's just that they haven't. This happens, I think, in all sports, but certainly in the NBA. You have to get better from when you win. You can't win the next year with the same team because everybody else is going that much harder. You're a little bit more tired, and you can't have those the way that those arrows are going can't be in opposite directions. You have to add to it, and they have not been able to add to the talent that they've had since they won.
No, that's why repeating is so incredibly difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind trying to win 3 in a row. I mean, and that's why it happens so infrequently. It's so difficult to run it back again, like you said, to get better, and just the flat miles on the tires too. To just play that much more is incredibly challenging.
Why were we talking about Jokic a couple of days ago?
That Greek
The
guy
Greek guy
tried to
offered him
buy
money.
him to come to the Greek league. Yeah.
That's not legit. No. Could possibly happen?
I mean,
the Euros run back to Greece? No?
I think it's mostly a publicity stunt, but I think that that owner has done stuff like that before. They paid. I think they tried to get Jonas Valanciunas right a couple years ago, and could Jokic, when he's done in the NBA, go back and play in a league like that? Yes, but it seems to me like he'd be like, why? I'm just going to go be with my horses. I already played in the best league. I won.
Yeah.
And he's, by the way, next year he's going to sign a 5-year, $290 million or something, $300 million contract. So no, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't either. Let me start with that. I don't think he is either. But if there was somebody who might at least entertain the idea of something like that, I'd put him at the top of the list.
I think there's one misnomer about Jokic, and I don't remember how it first started. I think there was one story, and of course the horses were involved. This is why we always cite it now. And the fact that he just seems like he just kind of looks nonchalant sometimes with his expressions, but do not get me wrong. Like, he is an absolute killer.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he cares
Yes.
about
Deeply.
winning. And so if you care that much about winning, and he cares about the MVP, by the way, he cares about first-team All-NBA. So you don't play the way that he plays if you're not a competitive psycho. And to me, a competitive psycho who's still at the top of his game does not say, oh, just because it's Europe, I'll go and play in the B League. You know, like Messi didn't come to play in MLS in Miami until he had been over in the best leagues in the world for 20 years. And so Jokic is not there yet. And the only thing that I would acknowledge about that, like kind of the temperament and all that and the horses, is that once he's done playing at the highest level, then I think he just drops off the face of the earth, as opposed to goes and takes another contract to play in Greece.
You'll never see him again.
But I'm not sure about that though, because maybe he loves the game, but to me he seems like he loves winning and dominating.
Well, I can tell he
Sometimes-
wants to compete. It's just all the pomp and circumstance I think he could do without.
I think the basketball, to Trudell's point, means the world to him.
Yeah.
I think the MVP, all of the things that you said, I think what he is disinterested in is celebrity.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and the celebrity that comes along with being all of those things. He could leave that on the side of the road in a minute. But I, like most great athletes, where are the other best people in the world?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
where I'm
want
going.
to
Right.
play with them.
He
And-
wants to
and they're
test
here.
himself. He wants to dominate, and I don't know that he would need to do that post-career, but certainly not going to go over somewhere else when he can still play it.
You don't think Jokic is going to become like the next Bob Baffert? He loves his horses.
He might.
But it's the same thing though. He doesn't want to
Right?
be he doesn't want
Good
to
name
be
drop,
doing
huh?
interviews all the time like Bob Baffert does, right?
He might go D. Wayne Lucas or something.
Wayne
Something like that.
Lucas.
Going deep cuts here. Yeah.
Yeah, he might watch on some screens at his house in Serbia, but yeah, I don't
Remember,
think
we were talking about, didn't Denver like run off at the mouth and say something about Jokic could leave in 2027? Remember that? It was a blip.
There's always speculation about when somebody's coming
No,
free.
it's Pelinka that said we're playing for 2027 free agency, and that's when Jokic was going to be.
Well, I think Giannis was the person most associated with that. Like the Jokic thing is just that he hasn't actually signed an extension,
right?
And there are different ways that you can get around it, but like he could have locked in this massive long extension. If he waits until next year, then it will be that much higher percentage or like the percentage of money that he gets out of the cap by doing it will go up that much more. So people think that's why he's waited.
The Nuggets, I think, are a great example of this. I think OKC is experiencing it in real time as we're talking about it right now. We'll see what happens with the Knicks next year. We make the mistake, and I'm as guilty of it as anybody else. Is like, oh, they won, they're going to be here for a while. No, maybe not. Yeah, you know, it goes really, really fast in every sport. Sometimes, like the Washington Nationals won the World Series not that long ago. They haven't had a good season since. Like it just this idea that like the Dodgers, the run that they're on now, the Lakers, they've had a variety of different runs where we've seen them win, multiple titles in a short period of time. It doesn't go like that.
I just don't think Giannis is going. Not Giannis. Wemby's going
well,
away.
He's
anytime
7'9" now.
Did you see that?
He keeps growing.
He grew.
I saw the Laura said us that earlier, and I was like, did he grow or did he just refuse to be measured last year?
Both?
Because he seemed, I don't know. The bottom
Let me
line
ask you this: you're about 10 years younger than DeMarco and I. Maybe closer to 15. Maybe. How old are you?
Born in 81, so I'm 44.
Okay, so you're 10 years younger than DeMarco and I. Did your feet grow when you got to about 50 years old?
I think they did.
Yeah, mine did too.
My shoe,
like
yes.
there's weird stuff that like I went up a size and a half.
I'm sorry, you went up a shoe size and a half.
Wait, I've spent way too much money on shoes.
Yeah, me too.
To have my shoes.
My
change
old
sizes.
size didn't fit anymore.
Right.
I had to go a size up.
I went from an 11 and a half to a 13.
I'm sorry, 11 and a half to 13.
Yes.
That's a big jump.
I know.
Huge jump.
Punchy's been making financial decisions that don't support his shoe size changing at this point.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just saying that now moving forward, you need to plan at was it about 50 for you?
About 50, yeah.
Wow.
And
I'm not buying shoes for 6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
What I have now is going to get me through.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was just me, and I
never heard that before.
I said it to the shoe guy. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, it happens. Yeah.
12 and a half, usually by 13. Now I'm up to 13 and a half.
Yeah.
They feel comfortable now.
This is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the because
a lot of other things happen to you too.
Generally speaking, we're just basically dying now.
Stop, man.
But
so your feet flatten out is what the guy told me.
They flatten out?
You've just been getting
getting shorter.
Maybe a little shorter too.
Gravity's
Certainly
winning.
Your feet are a little bit longer along the way.
Wow.
Very quickly, Are the Clippers going to skate on this aspiration thing? Because the story that came out was Steve Ballmer. There was no proof of Ballmer involvement in directly funneling money to circumvent the salary cap. That was the language. And that a failure to supervise may have been a part of the Clipper thing. But the big bad hammer that I think you and I were both waiting for, it doesn't feel like it's coming.
Well, okay. I think it's important to qualify something. The NBA very strongly denied that article, which is not something the NBA does very often. I think a lot of that article was the Clippers' perspective, and the Clippers have gone to have gone to great lengths to attempt to push the narrative that you just that not you, but that was in that article, and not that the article didn't kind of explain some of the other things around it, but I have listened to every Pablo Torre podcast on this, and then kind of read about it on the side, looked at some The Athletic has done some reporting on this as well, and to me it could not be a more obvious circumvention of the cap. And so that the letter of the law language, and like, well, there wasn't a direct email from Steve Ballmer, like, okay, great, like, no,
but that's how they decide to adjudicate this thing.
There was clear millions of dollars given to a company that, and then Kawhi Leonard was given money from that company to do absolutely nothing, and not just one company but two companies.
Yeah.
Like, end of story. It has to be punished. It has to be. And
what would you do?
I mean, the precedent was the Timberwolves got 5 first-round picks and a $3.5 million fine. And like a couple of other things. That was in the early 2000s. That wrecked their franchise. It was why Kevin Garnett had to leave.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't add talent. Now, they actually ended up getting 2 of those picks back, so it ended up being 3 first, but nonetheless. So, I mean, because of the way that the Clippers have been very strong in this, and Ballmer is obviously very powerful. I think he's pretty well liked within the league office and all of that. So I don't know what's going to happen. That story, though, really did seem to cover more of the Clippers' perspective and not the investigation, like, all told, and what the NBA has and what we've seen from Pablo Torre and all the people that he's interviewed. And like, it's just so obvious to me what they were trying to do. There has to be a punishment.
I agree with everything you said except for the very last thing you said. I think that if the have to punish, I think would be if there was no possible way to not punish. And I think that what you said earlier, it's ridiculous. It defies logical reasoning, but if it isn't a literal smoking gun email, it's like
it does. But it doesn't have to be in the collective bargaining agreement. You do not have to have literal smoke. The league has all of the power that it needs. And David Stern would have done something with it. If Adam Silver won't,
I agree.
There are going to be a lot of unhappy people around the league.
They can, but it doesn't mean they will. I'm with you. They may have the mechanisms to do what they want, but it doesn't mean that they'll implement it.
I agree that it doesn't. It's not like a slam dunk that they're going to do something.
Yeah.
But to me, it's a slam dunk that they should.
I agree with you on that.
We'll see what they actually end up doing.
All right, we got a little straight up coming up. We're going to make straight up pretty quick, and then we're going to do a little last man standing as well.
Let's go.
We're going to do it. By the way, we're going to bring in DeAndre from the Meat Locker, too, so he's going to do it. We're going to have a big, wide last man standing. Coming up next, DeMarco and Trav, 710 ESPN.
This Thursday, August 20th, DeMarco and Travis are hitting the road, and you're not going to want to miss it. Join ESPN LA, live from Legends Attic in Claremont, for an afternoon built for LA baseball fans. Catcher Dalton Rushing will be there, plus LA legend and last week's Hollywood Star recipient Oral Hershiser. Hear the guys live, win some prizes, and check out LA's ultimate destination for sports memorabilia. It's DeMarco and Travis live from Legends Attic in Claremont, August 20th, with Dalton Rushing and Oral Hershiser. Starting at 3 p.m. with ESPN LA. Go to legendsaddict.com right now.
It's DeMarco Farr and my guy, attorney Big Al, in studio with me today.
The biggest mistake that people do is think that they can handle a car accident themselves. I don't need a lawyer. I don't need to bother with a lawyer. I'll just do it. It's not a big deal. I'll talk to the insurance company and handle it myself. That's the biggest mistake you could do because you don't know what you're doing. There are lots of different aspects of a car accident that you're going to mess up. And as you mess up your case in 1 week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks, by the time you call the lawyer, it's way too late. You already messed everything up. So the first mistake is thinking that you can do this yourself. You're not going to do a good job. You're going to hurt yourself and cause yourself a lot of pain down the road. The point of getting an attorney is to let them take care of all the problems. They're the experts. They know how to deal with all the problems. They know how to fix your car. They know how to get you treatment. They know how to deal with insurance companies. Don't do it yourself.
If you're in an accident, I've got a guy. Attorney Big Al. 1-800-HURT-123 or attorneybigalca.com.
Attorney Big Al's Attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
When it's time for your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. It's Chris Morales telling you to go see John Good at George Chevrolet. With straightforward pricing, real savings, a great selection, and award-winning service, George Chevrolet is committed to earning your business by saving you money. Whether you're a first-time buyer, rebuilding your credit, or ready to upgrade, their team is here to help you find the right vehicle at the perfect price. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 freeway in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
It is the No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up with Sweet Tea Travis Rodgers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it. Straight Up with Travis Rodgers right now.
All right, I think that DeMarco and I have established ourselves. Trudell, I'm gonna take a leap of faith here and say that you're gonna agree with. He's a huge Max Muncy fan. I'm a huge Max Muncy fan. Are you a Max Muncy fan?
How could you not be?
Okay, exactly.
Do it for us all, Max.
Exactly.
Yep.
We're all Max Muncy guys,
Yep.
and this is going to put a smile on all of our faces, I think, because this is very good news for Max Muncy. Max Muncy recently passed the threshold of 400 plate appearances this season, which activated an incentive in his contract. Ready for this?
Yeah.
He now gets $15,000 extra every time he comes up to bat after 400 plate appearances.
Really?
So every time he walks up there, it's 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. So
put me in, coach.
Right.
At the rate that he has played so far this season, if he just continues to play at the same rate, he's going to clock about another just shy of $2 million between now and the end of the season.
It's like $60K a game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, times 6.
Yep.
So $360K a week.
About 1.8
times 4
million by the end of the year.
About 1.44 for like a month.
And there's a little bit more than a month left.
Boom.
Yeah. So good on Max Muncy, good on his agent for putting that. And that's not all. If he can get to 500 plate appearances, it goes to $35,000 per at bat.
Really?
Well, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now he goes there, and then for the following season, next year, because he got to 400, he gets $20,000 per at bat on top of his salary next year. So he will make about another $1.5 million for next year as well. And if he can get between 500 or more, it elevates to $35,000 per at bat.
Wow. I'm really rooting for the guy. Let's go, Max.
This will sound like piling on, so I'm not going to say the name of the player. But what about $15K for that player not having an at bat?
Stop. I know where you're going.
I don't want to pile on.
Stop it.
And just say we all like Max, and when I saw him, like, good on Max Muncy for getting his, because I'm not so sure. The answer is probably Ohtani, and certainly what he's making, but the ROI on Max Muncy might be the greatest ROI in baseball.
I can't remember which game it was now that you'll probably remember. It was a couple weeks ago, and Dodgers game is on, and the Twins have one of their friends over who a soccer player who doesn't play baseball. And the Twins follow baseball too. So Muncy comes up in the 8th spot, bases are loaded. right? And he was it a. I think he ends up hitting a.
It was a game-winning hit. It's the ninth inning.
Yeah,
it was a game-winning hit.
It was in the ninth inning.
Yeah,
and I think he hit it down the left field line, but it just crushes the ball. And I'm trying to explain to this kid how Max Muncy, this guy, is coming up in the 8th spot, for this team, and how clutch he is, and it's just what a nightmare. You get through a certain part of the lineup, and then the bases are loaded, and who comes up to the plate? But Max Muncy, who could be hitting 3rd or 4th on any team.
And sometimes does hit 3rd and 4th for this team. Yeah, look, you get Teoscar Hernandez in the 9-hole sometimes. It doesn't even make any sense that they're so crazy. So good on Max, and go spend that money on something fun. Straight Up, sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, made from Idaho potatoes and pristine Teton water for a smoother, creamier, cleaner cocktail with no sugar and just 64 calories per ounce. Look for Blue Ice whenever you go shopping for your spirits. Blue Ice Vodka, pure as the Teton. All right, you guys ready for a little quick last man standing?
Bring it.
Let's go.
All right.
There it is.
DeAndre, you back there? You ready to go, too? Because DeAndre's in the
yeah, I'm all good.
I have 30 names on this list. We're going to go to the top 20 because I think that the last 10, to me, seemed a little arbitrary. This is according to Entertainment Weekly. Okay, Entertainment Weekly magazine has ranked their top 30 SNL cast members of all time.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So
we're going to cap it at 20.
Man.
Wow.
And we're going to go around the horn.
Okay.
Best SNL cast members ever.
Can I say something really quick? So
Sure.
Today is Marcelo's birthday.
Oh.
And
he's very funny.
I wanted to do that so this is going to be a really good thing for whoever's here Friday, because I wanted to pick our top 3 SNL people.
Great. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a top 20, though.
No, 3.
Laura, we're going to start with you.
With me?
Yeah.
Aw.
Would you like to go 5th?
I would rather go last.
Okay. DeAndre, go ahead. You go first.
I'll take Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is number 1 on the list. Eddie Murphy is the number 1 cast member according to Entertainment Weekly. Yes. Fun.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell is shockingly, number 6 on the list. Yes. Trudell.
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey makes the top 10 at number 10. Dana Carvey, number 10 on the list.
This is top 20, right?
Top 20.
Got to be up there. Give me Belushi.
Belushi is number 8.
Okay.
John Belushi. So everybody in the top 10 so far. All right, Laura, you've kicked the can down the road long enough.
I did. I was not a huge... Okay. Tina Fey.
Tina Fey did not make the list.
Really? Not top 20?
Not in the top 30 either.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
She's great.
I think, but here's the thing. She was only on Update, and she was a writer. She didn't show up in a lot of sketches along the way. So I think that's probably why she did not make the cut. All right.
That's fine. I knew I was going to get kicked out pretty quick.
DeAndre, back to you.
I don't know if he... whatever. Kenan Thompson.
Kenan Thompson, number 12.
Number 12. All
Kenan
right.
Thompson, number 12 on the list.
Nice one.
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, another one in the top 10. Number 7 on the list. Trudell.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley
has to be
number 11 on the list.
All right, since you had Aykroyd, give me Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, I was shocked to see, is on the list.
Is on the list.
Is he high or low?
He's incredibly high.
Oh.
He's number 3.
I was going to say top 5.
You would not do that?
I would have had him in the top 10, but I don't think I would have had him in the top 3.
Okay.
Top 5, that's impressive.
Top 3?
Top 3.
Have you ever heard this skit of Bill Murray doing like the Star Wars theme? Like a lounge singer? Has a lounge singer?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's the funniest thing I've seen.
Very good. All right, so we've got 2, 4, 5 left in the top 10, and then 13 through 20 in the top 20 is still there. DeAndre.
I don't know if he was really part of SNL like that, but I'm going to guess Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey was not an SNL cast member.
Yeah.
So D
In Living
is
Color.
out.
Yeah.
In Living Color, yes. Back to you, Punch.
Ooh. I mean, he had the movie Wayne's World. Mike Myers?
Mike Myers is on the list, however, is not in the top 20.
Oh,
He's
come
number
on, man.
27 on
You
the
gotta
list.
be kidding me.
Yeah, so Punches is out. We're down to the last two.
Trudell and DeFar, right?
DeMarco.
I'm going classic. So.
Trudell, back to you.
Chevy Chase.
Not in the top 30.
Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
Yes,
Damn,
sir.
people don't like him. That's why.
Only on for one season.
People don't like him.
Victory lap for you.
Wait, don't you have to say one? You have to say
No,
one
he's
or
the
no?
last
No,
No,
he's
that was
the
I'm the last
man.
one standing.
Yeah.
I would have gone Gilda Radner.
Gilda Radner's number 5.
Ah, okay.
Martin Short.
Yeah. Martin Short is not only on one season.
Steve Martin?
Steve Martin, never a cast member, a frequent guest host, never a cast member.
See, that's the hard part
Yeah.
because a lot of the people that I was thinking, I was like, oh, that's not, they're just people that have appeared multiple times on.
Do you have
the show.
Sandler?
Sandler is on the list.
yeah.
How about Phil Hartman?
Phil Hartman's
Hartman.
number 2.
Oh,
Number
I
two.
knew it, man. I knew it.
Yeah.
Bill Hartman is number 2 on the list. Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
Is-
Oh, yeah.
was-
Mr. Versal.
Absolutely. Number 4, the last remaining name in the top 10, Kate McKinnon, who was on for a very long
Number
time. She's
4.
number 9. She's number 9.
Oh, okay, number 9.
Number 4 was Bill Hader.
Hader, right.
And then 13 through 20, real quick, Kristen Wiig.
Yep.
Okay.
Maya Rudolph.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Andy Samberg.
Yep.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Daryl Hammond. Will Forte. Jan Hooks. And the last member of the top 20, Molly Shannon.
Ah.
Superstar.
Maya.
Superstar. My name's Mary Catherine Gallant, and I'm 50, and I can't.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Wow.
And then
Good
the top
list.
30, Cecily Strong, Armisen, 80 Bryant, Jason Sudeikis, Parnell, Rachel Drash, Mike Myers, Tracy Morgan, Sherry O'Terry, and Bobby Moynihan.
Miss Marker, did you mark down another win?
I did.
You
I
did?
did.
Okay.
And
What's the count?
I will tell you once I read
No.
this from the YouTube channel. John Hayden on the YouTube said this list is lame.
Oh.
What do you know?
Right Entertainment Weekly, John.
There you go.
Yeah.
Barking up the wrong key,
Exactly.
pal.
All right. So the tally is, I mean, DeMarco wants this just because he's so ahead of the game.
course.
DeMarco's at 15. Trav is at 9, but we must also put a little dash
He's
on that.
always
He's the
coming
one
up.
always
Yes.
providing them. So for him, most of the time providing, having a 9 is pretty good. DeAndre has 6. I have 4. Marcus, Grant, and Morales have 2. Bunches, Greg, Trudell, and Wilbur all have 1 apiece.
Wilbert's good at this game.
Yeah.
Is he?
is.
Yeah.
Wilbur
Really
was
good.
here. We
Yeah,
could have
really
added
good.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty good. Trudell, you got to do better.
I mean, I've been
Trudell, you're once a week. So.
Basically, I think I played like twice, maybe 3 times.
All right. Now I'm going to try to make sure that we do these on Thursdays a little
Yeah,
bit.
there you go.
frequently to Make
Come
sure
on.
that you got it.
Yeah, come on, get me in there.
The 13th annual SoCal Hyundai ESPN LA Golf Classic, presented by Vista Paint, is back next Friday, August 28th. Tune in for the all-day live broadcast. That's from Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. Proceeds benefiting the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Brought to you by your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Little shop talk to close out the day. That's coming up next. DeMarco and Trav, 710 ESPN.
Hey, let's get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. Yes, that's code LA710. Don't forget that. Something big is coming. On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and all-day celebration built for sports fans just like us. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. The new DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. That means California, from Texas to Florida, every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Remember the date. Do not forget, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history, so we should all be pumped. And like I said, get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code LA710. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Coming up Thursday on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show, well, we have the day off, sort of. It's a best of edition of the Sedano and Cat Morning Show. Fun and frivolity. Maybe we'll sneak in some of the highlights from the Summer of Schwans.
The Summer of Schwans.
And highlights from this past Tuesday's show, because it was that good. Don't miss the best of edition of the Sedano and Cat Morning Show, Thursday morning at 7 a.m. on LA's mega sports station, 7:10 a.m. and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha ha!
Hey guys, it's Cap. I'm here with Angelica from Angelica's Insurance. Angelica, why do people get so stressed when it comes to insurance?
Finding insurance can be stressful, Cappy. Prices go up, coverage gets confusing, y muchas veces you don't even know who to trust. Whether it's auto, home, life, or commercial coverage, Angelica's Insurance will find protection that fits your life and your budget, en inglés o en español. Protection, service, y gente que realmente se preocupa.
Call us or visit angelicas-ins.com. That's angelicas-ins.com.
Leon was about to leave the military.
My biggest concern was, what am I going to do next?
He found out about My Computer Career and their military transition program.
The Cyber Warrior program takes you from not knowing anything about a computer at all to being a subject matter expert.
How long is that going to take?
In the span of 4 months, I was able to get 4 different certifications.
4 months? Leon's advice?
Highly recommended.
Become a certified cyber warrior in just months at mycomputercareer.edu. This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. VA education benefits available to those who qualify.
Evan Cohen here. In sports, anyone can say they're the best. The actual best? They prove it. That's what I like about Midas. When you buy tires at Midas with paid installation, you get their limited lifetime tire guarantee included at no extra cost. That includes flat repairs or flat replacements and tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's confidence you can drive on, mile after mile, because the best don't just say it, they back it up. Midas, the best around.
All right, a little shop talk here to close out the day. DeMarco and I will be out at Legends Attic tomorrow in Claremont. So if you want to come out and
Dalton
check
Rushing.
us out, we'll be doing that. Dalton Rushing is going to be there.
I want to ask him about Roki's big glove.
Yeah, hey, why not? Big glove, small hat, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
However you got to get a guy out, that's how you got to get a guy out. Happy 63rd birthday to John Stamos.
Still looks good.
He doesn't look 63, I can
Not
tell
at
you
all.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet he's got a pretty good life.
You think so?
Yeah, I bet.
What was his name on the show?
Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I said Uncle Jesse.
Did you say Uncle Jesse? Okay.
He can play the drums too.
Yeah.
He plays with the Beach Boys.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He fills in for the Beach Boys as a drummer.
Yeah, I bet John Stamos just enjoys.
I think
most
he's
days.
all right. Is there a connection to Rick Springfield?
And John Stamos?
Yes.
If there is, I'm unaware.
I think they were just both in soaps in the 80s.
Is that what it was?
I think
Okay.
that's what it was.
All right.
Yes, I guess. I mean,
Bunchy's big on soaps. I don't know if you guys
Because
know that.
Jesse's
Is he
Very big on
really?
the 80s.
oh,
I thought
I don't
because he
know.
was a rock star.
I don't know.
Never mind. Okay.
do soaps still exist?
They do. Yes,
Is it-
General
or-
Hospital
yeah.
and all
It's
that
still-
stuff.
it's
Days
Yeah.
of Our Lives. Yeah, that's still popping.
Okay.
It's because we're working
Yeah,
at
I
that
think.
time. We,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know. I mean, I haven't. It's not like I've checked, but I assume.
I'm home at when they used to be on. Like I know The Price is Right is still on because occasionally I'll get back from my workout or whatever. I'll flip on the TV and prices. I haven't run into a soap in a
Me
really
either.
long
I haven't
time.
seen one. Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're not
All
on.
right,
I just
Bunchy,
haven't
look
seen
this up, Bunchy.
Matthew Perry, the late,
Uh,
the late Matthew Perry would have been celebrating a birthday today.
I was thinking about him the other day because what is on my streaming service is the whole 10 yards. The whole 9 yards
Oh, yeah.
was hilarious.
That was with Salma Hayek, right?
Nope,
no,
that's with Bruce Willis.
Oh,
Yeah. Bruce Willis plays a hitman.
Oh, I don't know.
Matthew
if I've seen
Perry
that one.
It's so funny.
Is it good?
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Bill Clinton's 80 today.
Really? Good Lord.
Looks it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like
Been through a lot.
Last I saw him, he was doing like some round table or something. I'm like, whoa. Because like
Wow.
in your mind's eye, like when you're a president, you kind of think of them when they're inaugurated or in the meat of their presidency, and sometimes towards the end. Like Barack Obama in my head will forever be like 50 years old.
Be young, yeah.
He's just, and like Bill Clinton was in, I want to say in his late 40s
But
when he got
Clinton
elected.
looks older than Bush.
A lot older.
A lot older than Bush.
George
Yeah.
is just out there playing golf and paint.
Having a great
So-
time.
Just look this up. So
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives is still on, but
Okay.
in 2022 it switched to Peacock.
Oh.
It premiered on NBC in 1965, and it's still on. But yeah, it's on Peacock now,
Wow.
so it's
Okay.
streaming.
That's why I haven't run
So I
into
guess
it.
the soaps are streaming as
Yeah.
opposed to yeah.
Marcelo Hernandez, as Laura mentioned, he's celebrating his 29th birthday today. He's a very funny guy.
I hate him
I love him.
Why do you hate him?
because he's 29.
Oh,
He's got a 2.
29's pretty.
He's so
It's a
funny,
great-
though.
If you could like
Age.
freeze at one spot, what would you do?
27 to 29, right in there.
I mean, it's got to be like after I don't know. I this is such a hard question. I like the age that I'm at now in terms of
Ditto.
where my kids are at, but I would want like my body to feel like it felt about
Yeah, back
15
then
years
my
ago.
body healed.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
it's all of it. It's your
Yeah.
your wisdom,
Yeah.
your knowledge, your all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just how your body feels. It's that perfect sweet spot
Yeah.
of you kind of know how the world works, but you still feel pretty good. Is it like late 30s?
Late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why they say 40s over the hill. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I would say early 40s would
Not so
would
bad.
be fine for me, except that I have a bad back. So
Just
I'm like
body-wise.
Other
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
your feet growing, 50s not
Yeah.
the end of
That's
the world.
true.
late
either.
30s,
Yep.
early 40s.
Coco Chanel would have been celebrating a birthday today.
Oh.
Is she the perfume lady or the designer?
Designer.
Or both?
Yeah, both.
They're just one Chanel person?
I keep hearing the song, Coco Chanel.
There's a song?
There's a song.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just
You
remember.
know what it is, right? Coco Chanel?
I was thinking of something else.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
They make bags and perfume. That's all I know.
Bags, perfumes, and she does have a clone.
They make for good I'm sorries.
I know what you're going to say when I say this next one. That's very funny. Fat Joe turns 56 today.
New York!
Where's DeAndre?
I'm from New York. My man, Fat Joe.
They did not succeed. They did not set that guy up to succeed that night. That's all I'm saying.
Should have gone to Jay-Z. You could have gone to Nas.
You should have gone to a better microphone.
Yeah, maybe don't buy the microphone at Radio Shack.
50
I don't know.
Cent.
Something.
Wow.
After Cube comes out and does what he does in L.A., that's the response?
It was over.
Not,
It had to be Jay-Z or Nas.
not great. Nate Dogg would have been celebrating.
Love Nate
today.
Dogg.
God rest his soul, yes. Hold up.
On every track for about 10 years.
I was going to say it was the artist featuring Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even I know that, and I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Kira Sedgwick, I believe that's Kevin Bacon's wife, and
I believe
an
so.
actress in her own right.
Yes.
Birthday today, Peter Gallagher, 71, and John Deacon.
Peter Gallagher, was he on the OC?
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Great at Sandy Cohen.
Dad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
With
he's
the
great
hair.
in
He
there.
was the dad.
Okay, yeah.
And the
Great in that
eyebrows.
show.
He had
Yeah.
those very
There you go.
full eyebrows along the way.
By the way, I think that's one thing I wish that I had. I think thick eyebrows make men much more handsome.
Thick eyebrows?
I
Really?
hadn't thought of it, but then I saw it, and I'm like, why? Do all good-looking guys, they have the thick eyebrows?
Now I'm going
I
to
have
be looking
thin
at
ones.
everybody's
Now
eyebrows.
you got me
I
looking,
got to
yep.
figure it all out. Well, good job today.
Yes.
DeMarco, see you out at
Catch you
Claremont
tomorrow.
See you at Oral Hershiser Day at Legends Attic. We'll see you all then.
High altitude, short rest, and a Western Conference battle awaits for the black and gold.